Hey, Janet. Well, I was going to draw, but I got this from Faithful Mess, and I'll show y'all what she sent. So I said, let me go ahead and do this today. If we'll see. Maybe I'll draw later at the end. I don't know. We'll see. Been just kind of really busy. Hi, Don P. Terry Brett. Um, Thanks everybody for being here. Need a couple bites of my Fig Newton so I can talk. Hi, Kat. Hi, Keeks. Uh, so, hope everybody's doing well. Hi, Hermie. It's been a while. Good to see you. Linda Renz. Yeah, I got all Missy. I got all my happy mail done, except I've got to finish up, Janet, I got to finish up the artist trading card swap. And I'm going to the post office tomorrow for that. But I got all the happy mail in the mail from Monday. So that's in my mailbox. So I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow and get the artist trading cards. And I'm sending them in a priority mail. So I will send you a tracking number. Let's see who else here. Hi, Tina in Sweden. Kristen, Christina. I'm just eating a Fig Newton and my lemon water for a minute. Let's see, this could probably come over just a little. There we go. Shannon, Art Junkie. So yeah, it is hump day, right? It is hump day. So yeah, thought we'd color. If some of y'all know Faithful Mess, our Faithful Mess, she had some surgery and some health issues and really gone through a lot of stuff. She wrote me a letter and sent a picture of her and her family, but I emailed her and told her I got the box and asked her if I could show the letter and the picture. She hasn't answered me, so I'm not going to show it till she answers me. But I will tell you this, she's thinking about doing a puzzle. She still has her channel. I'm sure it'll be the same channel, but doing puzzles. I'm not sure how that would work, but Denise was all excited because Denise loves puzzles. So I'm not sure exactly what that would entail, but I'll mention it again later. So if anybody's interested in puzzles, yeah. Is she here? There she is. Okay, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, that's all right. Can I read your letter and show your picture? Because I didn't want to do it without your permission. So we're going to show, and I'm going to color in one. And she sent us 4 of these. So I'm going to do one. I'm going to keep one and color in it because I do not have this book. And I'm going to give a one every week. And she sent the packaging. She sent stamps. But I gotta say, I can't do international with this. So I have a backup for international. So yeah, Missy loves, you can show it all. Okay. Well, I didn't know. I don't like to, intrude on people's private lives. I'm real careful about that without asking. So she did say it and she even put them in the packaging. So like I said, she sent 4. I'm gonna wait a few minutes till everybody comes in. But yeah, everybody's saying they love puzzles. See, I knew they would. I knew they would, Faithful Mess. And I call her our Faithful Mess. She's been around forever, but like I said, she's had some health issues, so she hasn't been around recently. But if y'all remember my little, and I don't see, do I have it handy? My little washi tape book. Let me see if I can put my hands on it. My washi tape book. What did I do with it? It was right here, but when Denise digs through I can't blame it all on Denise. Anyway, she makes or used to make washi tape books out of those little photo albums, and I have one, and I love it so much. But right now, I can't put my hand right on it, so to show it to you. Or I might have given it to Denise. I don't know. No, I don't think I gave that one to her. I don't think I would have given that one to her. So, yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute, Shannon. Just give me a minute. Hi, Becky. Um, and I got pictures to show of Cameron out in Wyoming. Lots going on. Plus, I've been busy. Hubster's been in and out today. You'll hear the garage opening and closing with throughout the day. So, yeah. Let's see. All right. I think I've caught everybody so far. I decided to use these because Arlene messaged me, and I don't know, say I forgot about these, but I just forgot about them being water markers. However, I couldn't remember. I pulled these out and I even looked it up and I found where I bought them. Hi, Erica. Are you talking about? Yes, jigsaw puzzles, Janet. I can barely write and without pain still, although surgery went well. So, yeah, she said that in her letter. I'm going to read it here in a minute. I'm going to wait till more people come in because I would just start, I logged on and here we are, you know. So anyway, Arlene had asked me about some water-based brush tip markers. Now, y'all know I love and I pulled these out on Monday, the pastel set of Crayola Super Tips. Usually when I use water-based markers, I usually use the Crayola Super Tips because they're so versatile. The Super Tips have a bullet nib, but you can get thin, thick, you get all different sizes with them, right? So I usually use these. And then Arlene goes, well, do you know what brush tip? Well, I also remembered our Zig, the Zig watercolor. They were real watercolor Zig Kuretake watercolor brush markers, and they're very expensive. I don't even know if they make them anymore. I think I gave the last few I had to Cameron a while back, so I don't even have one to show you on the Zig True watercolor Kuretake brush markers. So those were good, but they're expensive. So I had forgot that I bought these, but when I tested them out, and it does say they're water based, but they do not move with water. I tested them out on here. Let me show you. Look. So here they are, brush tip. And of course, I don't know how long these are going to last. They're hoo. You know, they're not expensive. So, but they don't move with water at all. At all. They do not move. So they call them water. They call them water brush. They call them water based markers, brush tip color markers. Fine. It's got a fine liner on the other end. And people use them for coloring in color books. And this is what I'm going to use in this book. That being said, they don't move. So I don't know how they could really say they're water based. Yeah, there's the ones that are really expensive. Those are the ones that I used to have a long time ago. And like I said, I think I gave them to Cameron because I wasn't using them, but they're not cheap. You know, Kuretake, that's a good brand, but you're going to pay for it. So Faithfulness said jigsaw puzzle for hours. Yeah, Denise loves her some jigsaw puzzles. She likes a White Mountain, I think it's called. The White Mountain brand. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, the bookstores. They come in 1,000 pieces. And she likes them because they're all the regular, you know, like a regular puzzle piece, like, you know, like this kind of thing. I'm not sure exactly, but you know, like this. She says she cannot stand when she buys a puzzle. That's why she likes the White Mountain. I think that's the brand because they're all just standard puzzle pieces. But she hates it when she gets something like this. She goes, I can't stand getting those kind of puzzle pieces where they're all different sizes and shapes. She does not like this kind of puzzle. So anyway, but I don't know what kind you like, Faithfulness, but you know, just the regular kind like this. Hi, Angie. Who else am I missing? Brenda A. So, okay, so the Zig. Well, see, I don't remember Keeks. It's been so long since I had the Zig Millennial, you know, watercolor markers. They're called watercolor markers, so you'd think they'd move with water. So I don't remember what the Zigs did. So So you've been doing some on your phone. Well, Denise likes, and she likes 1,000. She likes 1,000. She's very picky about her puzzle making. She has so little time. So when she's doing a puzzle, hi Ann makes, she wants it to be, and I don't do puzzles at all. I mean, if there was one in front of me, I'd probably, pick up a piece or something. But I got cats. I have no place to store puzzles. I can't put them under the bed. I can't do puzzles. Can't leave them out on the table. So yeah, there's no puzzle making around here. Well, I got Denise at mushroom puzzle for Mother's Day. And she goes, well, let's work. I go, Denise, where are we going to work on it? With the cats? She goes, oh, yeah. Hi, Flo. So, anyway, I'm going to do a flip of this. And it's a Marie Troll. And I have some other Marie Troll books, but I do not have Moon Valley. So, I'm going to do a flip of it. I'll zoom in when we start coloring. And so I'll use the water-based markers and then my color pencils. My Prisma, as Denise calls them, crap pencils because they're in a silverware tray. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to give away a book today. And because I can't send international books, I'll send the book out media mail, so it may take a little longer to get to somewhere in the United States, but it'll be a little cheaper. But I pulled these two Tim Jeff's art coloring, grayscale color books. So what I'll do is I'll send somebody out a few pages out of this in just an envelope. So I can get away with that for under $5. This would cost $30 to mail international. So we're not doing that. So let's see. Yeah, I think I've seen those, Angie. I've seen them advertised. Thanks, Kat. Kat, there's a link to the Moon Valley coloring book that we're going to do today. Let's see. But I got some things show and tell. Hi, Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society. Let me go ahead and start by reading. And she sent me books of stamps, but it's not covering any international. So we're not going to send international. But let me read what she said. She sent me a nice little letter here. And I'm going to read it. We haven't seen our faithful mess in forever. Hi, Aditi and the Phipps. I miss you, gal. Sorry I've been gone forever and a year, but I'm still healing. She has it on quotes. Spinal surgery was successful, but the journey to full recovery is slow. I don't know if I will ever return to a coloring channel on YouTube, so I don't know what to do. What I can do and have been enjoying in my free time is puzzling. It's much easier. That would be a great ASMR. You used to do the ASMR coloring, Faithful Mess. I mean, she'd talk, but she'd talk quiet and it would be very ASMR. So I could so see you do ASMR puzzling, Faithful. It's much easier than coloring or even writing this letter. So I've been thinking about starting a casual puzzling channel instead of rebranding Faithful Mess. Anyway, instead of rebranding Faithful Mess. Anyway, I was in Ollie's and found this beautiful book for you. I pray your health and peace in your lives. XO Faithful. So she did send, like I said, she sent us 4 of them. I'm gonna work in one, and I'll send one out today, or I'll do a giveaway today, and I'm gonna do a giveaway the next 2 weeks. So once a week, we'll give away a Moon Valley for the next 2 weeks. And then she sent a picture of her family. Of course, I've seen her family. He reminds me of Cameron so much. He reminds me of Cameron. That's just so Cameron. I mean, so let's see if I can get it to focus. Hang on. Let's see if it'll focus. It may not focus. I may have to take a picture of you and put it and her little girl is just so adorable, but so that teenage Cameron when he was, of course, now he's 26. So, but anyway, so there's our Faithful Mess and her kids and her hubs. So anyway, so thanks for sharing that with us. I'm going to put that on my board. That's so sweet. Yes. So thank you so much. I showed it to Denise. She goes, oh my gosh, they're so adorable. The whole family. I know. I drew Faithful Mess. Let me see if I can. I did on my Facebook, I made a Facebook folder. I guess that's what they're called, folders. I made a Facebook folder of all my pan pastels because when people ask me, "Oh, I want to see some of your pan pastels," well, they were all scattered under different pet portraits, people portraits. They were scattered in all different places. So I made a I'll just flip through it real quick. But I drew Faithful Mass a couple years, well, it's been a few years ago. But anyway, these are all pan pastels and coloring book pages. Let's see, that's coloring book, pet portrait, color book. I'm just going to scroll through it real quick. They're all over. My Facebook is open to anybody. Of course, if you're a troll, you always every day, not every day, but at least a couple times a week, you get those guys going, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Be my friend." I go, "Where's the block button? I can't find the block button fast enough." Color book page. Dog portrait, dog portrait, dog portrait. Color book page, portrait, color book page, I guess I should just take a little second to pause a second. Pet portrait, color book page. This is well, I don't know if she's not here right now, but anyway, that's one of her granddaughters. There's our Faithful Mass. This is a portrait I did of Faithful Mass. I don't even know how long ago it was. Do you remember how long ago it was, Faithful Mass? But there's a portrait I did of Faithful Mass. Then color book page, pet portrait. I think you can tell what a color book page is. There's Sammy, coloring Sammy. That was her pet portrait. I think y'all can tell what a coloring book page is versus that was not pet portrait. I think that was the first pet portrait I did in pan pastels. So I just made its own folder on Facebook so you can go see them all. But anyway, because Faithful Mess was here, I thought I'd show the one I did of her. Thank you. Aw, thank you, Kat. You're so sweet. So yeah, so there's my pan pastel folder. So hi Terry Strange, good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Let me show y'all now. Let me go back over to Cameron here. He sent us a bunch of pictures from Yellowstone. Well, 12 of them. So and he sent a video or two. So here I'm going to show you. So he's out in Yellowstone, living his best life, working in the big hotel out there. So he sent some of these. This is a video here. And this is not Old Faithful. This is he told me what the name of it is. Anyway, it's not Old Faithful. He said this one's bigger than Old Faithful. Grand something. It's in there. I don't remember. But so that's one of the geysers. There's the hotel. It's snowing. I don't know if it still is. And then here, let's see here. Buffaloes right next to their car. Hi. Oh, thanks, Keeks. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. I'll send you a print, Keeks. That's sweet. I appreciate that. And I wrote you down for a print. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Everybody said thank you. Riri. I know. Aren't they great pictures, Terry? Let's see. Do I have any more? Oh, here's a couple more. That's one of his friends standing way over there. And then let's see. There she is way over there. So I think that's it. There's 12 of them, I think, with a couple videos. So thank you, Cameron, if you watch this, which he won't. He's way too busy for sharing that with us. Although Annie said that she and Dan and Logan watched the video, the first part of the video from Monday where I showed Logan's. I wish I could show this. Well, I can show it to you, but you can't. I can't play the music. I mean, so he made this video. It's for school, and he did a video for the handicap. Let me see what it's exactly called. Let me go find Annie now. Hang on. Y'all know I share my family here. Okay, I think it should show. So it was a volunteer event for some of the wrestlers, and he did it's the wheelchair festival. Well, Logan did a video for it, but it has music, so I'm gonna let you. And he narrates the whole video. He talks about the wheelchair festival, but I can't play because the music and his voice are in the same thing. So you all know how YouTube is about what do you call it? Music, but I can show you the video.
What's a Viking?
So he said, "What's a
The
Viking?"
wrestling team had the opportunity to volunteer in the Triumph Foundation Santa Clarita Wheelchair Festival.
Okay, so that's all the music I can show you. So let's see if you can see it. So he did this. He made this video, and it's hard to see, but it's on the for the wheelchair festival. I wish you could hear him narrate it. But the music. So, yeah. I thought that was really awesome that they did that. And I showed y'all the other video that they won the PSA award school for their school. He and his co-students when he did the little dance one. That one's on YouTube. I showed that one on Monday. Let's see. Scrolling. Said hi to Riri, Rain Girl. Thank you, Flo. You're so sweet. Flo's always such an encouragement. She and Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society. They're like the silent behind the scenes kind of mods. They're always helping out. Okay, so a few other things. Let's see. Sip of my lemon water. I was so glad to get all my Happy Mail out this morning. All right, so one other thing, y'all know, before we get started and flip through the book, y'all know. Yeah, y'all hope y'all laugh at this. So y'all know I have my conspiracy chicken, and I put a volume on his leg so we can turn the volume up or down depending on the conspiracy. Well, for me and Janet for Mother's Day, I saw this somebody on Instagram or somewhere. So I went on Amazon, found me and Janet. Well, you know, people that have a lot of conspiracies have tinfoil hats. Y'all know. And you know what, though, guys? Not saying a conspiracy, but I think they've kind of proven that the tinfoil actually does block the 5G waves. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, you all know since the tinfoil hat is the thing about the conspiracies. So I got Janet and I got us each a silver. I got us each a tinfoil hat. This was my Mother's Day present to Janet. So it's going to sit over here. It's going to sit over here with my conspiracy chicken. Right, guys? So yeah, so Janet and I have our own tinfoil hats now. It's over here with my conspiracy chicken. Right there, right next to him. You're gonna tinfoil your house. I mean, I don't know if it's true. You know, you got to really do a lot of research on something like that, Barbara. But anyway, I know, me too, Jen. I love me some conspiracies. I mean, if you're in a bad mood or you just want to do an escape, you don't have a book to read, which I got 2 new books, by the way. I'll go get it and show them to you. You just go look up a conspiracy. No, right? Right, Terry? Let me. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Laverne. Anybody else I might have missed? Yeah, yeah, there you go. I think Janet has a plan for that, but I'll let her tell you her plans for her hat on her stream on Monday. Let me go get my two new books. So, and I did. I'll post these on my Sunday uh, book post on Saturday or Sunday on my post tab. And so I got these two. Y'all know I love me a cozy mystery. And so I said, I wonder if she's on Instagram. I followed her on Instagram. She followed me right back. So yeah, C.L. Miller, which I always read everything about everything. I mean, I read the intro. I've only read this much so far, the first one, because I read everything, the acknowledgments, the everything. So anyway, I said, I wonder if she's on IG. So I went and I followed her. She followed me right back. So I'm going to post these on my post tab on Saturday or Sunday. So let me just read about the books. Oh, what I was going to say is her mother was, let me see what her full name was, Judith Miller from the Miller's Antique Price Guide. Her mother was, it's kind of like, what was it called, Cobell, anyway, her mother wrote for years, I guess, the Miller's Antique Price Guides for I don't know, she didn't write them for the BBC, but the Antique Roadshow and BBC and all those. So she lives in a medieval college in Dedham, I think that's how you say it, Dedham Vale, Suffolk, with her family. And this was her first one. This is the second one. So let me just read what it says. I just read the prologue, because I've been busy. All right. Freya Lockwood is shocked when she learns that Arthur Crockleford, antiques dealer, and her estranged mentor has died under mysterious circumstances. She has spent the last 20 years avoiding her quaint English hometown. But when she receives a letter from Arthur asking her to investigate, sent just before his death, Freya has no choice but to return to a life she'd sworn to leave behind. Joining forces with her eccentric Aunt Carol, Freya follows clues and her instincts to an old manor house for an antiques enthusiast weekend. But it's not all as it seems. It never is. It's clear to Freya that the antiques are poor reproductions and her fellow guests are secretive and menacing. What's going on at this estate and how was Arthur involved? More importantly, can Freya and Carol discover the truth before the killer strikes again? Doesn't that sound awesome? I mean, of course, the covers just drew me right in. I got them at Books. I got these at Books A Million, but I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. So, and then I haven't looked at the second one yet because I don't want to be spoiled. No spoilers. So, yeah. So these are my next two books that I'll be reading back to back. Let's see. Zinjin. Who else am I missing? Trying to scroll through to catch everybody. Arlene. Hi, Arlene. I'm going to talk about markers. And also, I did send you out another bookmark. I sent you out a bookmark. I don't know if you saw it on Monday, Arlene, but it's already in the mailbox, so I can't show it to you. But I pulled these markers because of your question. Let's see. Scroll and see who I've missed. Said hi to Rain Girl. Scrolly. Yeah. I'm gonna post them on my every week. I post a book or two or a set of books on it used to be called the community tab. Now it's called the post tab. And I post every week. I'm this coming weekend will be week 123 that I've posted books every week, once a week, either Saturday or Sunday, whatever I have time for. Good grief, Dot. Didn't I? Oh, Dedham. Oh, Dedham. Okay, I was going to say you just put the same thing I just said. Okay, Dedham. Dedham Vale. Okay, thanks, Dot. Dot's our resident. Well, a lot of y'all from UK, but Dot's. She won't mind me saying she's old. People, we've had our Dot for a long, long time, and yeah, I think she worked in London for 40 years, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Dot? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Kat. And so yeah, so that's my next two that I'm reading, and they're so pretty, aren't they? Okay, so that's that. Let's see. All right, I guess I could zoom in and start talking about the book. All right, so if y'all missed it, Our Faithful Mess, who sent me I just read the card and showed you a little picture. She sent us four of these Moon Valley books, coloring books by Marie Trolle, and I'm keeping one and sending out three. I'm going to send out one extra. I'm going to give away one today, and then one next week, and one the week after that. But I only can send them US. So what I've got pulled out here is I'm going to pull some pages out of uh, Jeff's Tim Jeff's animal collages and animal collages too, grayscale color book pages, and I'm going to put some of these in an envelope, tear them out, put them in this, and we'll do a giveaway for international. Okay, because I can't send books international, and the books are going to go media mail, so it might take a week or two. Let's see. So there's some stuff about our Dot. Scrolling. Thank you, Kat. There's the color book, guys. All right, so I think I've caught up on everything to show you. Pictures, family, conspiracy hats. Hi, Kimberly. Anybody else coming in? All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and zoom in one anyway. Okay, so Arlene, I pulled these and I found two different sets of these on Amazon because I bought them a while back and I do not remember. It's so far back, it's not in my buy again thing. So I just took pictures of it, and this is the one that I bought. It came in a case. This is how they came. They came in one of those Ohuhu cases, which I do not use any. I don't use any of those cases. I take everything out of the case. I barely keep it in here. But this is the set that I bought. Oh, hang on. And it has it's water based brush tip and a fine liner. And I'll show the actual pen. And so that is what I think I've got it was 160 colors. So this whole set with double sided, I think there's 160. I'm pretty sure, unless it's 100. No, it's got to be the 160 because it came in that case. Let's see, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8. 100, yeah. So I got the 160 set, which was $54, which I thought that was pretty good for that many markers. So they are, I don't know how long they'll last. I don't know how the full they are. It's they're not the most expensive markers. A little while ago, Arlene, and you probably already know about the Zig water brush markers, the Kuretake ones. They are very expensive. For a brush marker, watercolor, but they are real watercolors. These are probably not real watercolor. You know what I mean? Then the other set that I saw, it was I think the same thing, but a smaller set. Let me go to my photos here. And it was the same set, but these were, and I don't know how much these were, but they came in this kind of box, but they look exactly the same. I don't have these, but they look exactly the same. And they're saying that these are 100 colors, but they come in this kind of box. But they look exactly the same as the other ones that I bought, the fine liner, the brush tip. Now, Arlene, because you weren't here when I showed it, they say they're water based, but like I said a minute ago and showed that that doesn't mean that they're going to move. These are not moving with water. See, so it kind of threw me because I'd forgotten, and I don't even remember about the Zig ones because I don't have them anymore. So I can't even do a test with the Zig ones. But anyway, so if you want some for $50, you get 160 colors. They do come in that black. They come in a case. They do come with a swatch chart and a color chart and all that. I like these. They're contained. They're contained. So you can see all the different colors. There's the blue, yellow, orange, red, greens. And Hubster's going to be coming and going. It's going to hear the garage door opening and closing probably about half the day. Purples, pinks, browns, and then some foresty kind of colors in here. So, yeah, so there's a lot of colors in here, but they do not move with water. Yeah, but these don't bleed and we're going to test. These I believe, and also this is pretty thick too. These are not alcohol. Now, if this was alcohol markers, they would bleed. Okay, me. They would bleed. But let's just test one here. Let's do like a nice baby blue here. Let's just do a baby blue, and I'm going to color with the markers, but I'm going to shade with pencil. Okay. All right. So Janice says she just tested the zigs and they move slightly. Okay. These don't move at all. And I don't think they should not go through. Let's just go ahead and do a full flower here on this back page. We're going to do a test here. I could just color the whole flower. You always want to test your supplies on a back page, whatever it is. So let's see what happens. It's going to surprise me too if it goes through because it says they're bleed proof. That's one of their features. It says made for color books. Now, does that mean we'll have to test on a copy paper type? You know what I mean? Well, I think this has got a coating to it. So that probably, I'll get a piece of copy paper out. All right, so let's see here. Nope. Now it just warped slightly because it's water, right? It's watery, but it does not bleed through. Kind of, if you want to call it, ghosts a little bit. And I've gone over it a couple times here, so yeah. All right, let me get a piece of copy paper, thin copy paper, which a lot of the color books you get that are print on demand. Let's see what happens here. Nope, it does not bleed through. So you're safe to use these in your color book. Yeah. Okay. I keep scratch paper up under my little board here. All right. So, and again, our faithful mess sent us 4 of these. I'm keeping one. I'm going to do one oh, God, and I got the lemon water hiccups. I'm going to give away one today because I got to go to the post office tomorrow to mail out my ATCs. And then for international, let me just go ahead and pull some pages. I'll pull like maybe 5 pages. I won't do sharks or anything, but I'll pull like 5 pages out of these 2 books to send to whoever's international. I'm just going to kind of randomly pick. And this is Tim Jeff's Grayscale. And it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. These would be good for alcohol. And I've done these pages before. It's been a while since I worked in his books, but these are good for alcohol markers. Now they will bleed through, but his stuff is really good for alcohol markers. Okay, maybe maybe one of the let me pick out about 5 pages. And y'all can trim them down, put them on black cardstock. Let's see. Oh, the sea turtles is a good one. That's what I do with these kind of pages, color book pages. I trim them all down and put them after I've colored them. I trim them all down and mount them on black cardstock. Okay, so let's see. This is all the ocean ones, mostly. I think ocean ones. Here's more other kind of. Well, here's some. I don't know if people like lizards. Let's see. Owls. That's a good one. Owls is a good one. All right, so that's four. Is that four? Yeah. So we got owls, turtles, an octopi, and a moose. Let's find one more. Oh, well, maybe. Let's see. I like a bird, but I'm not sure about that one. Let's see. I don't want a snake. Well, here's multiple birds. There's a whole bunch of different birds. Okay, there we go. I've cut out of these books before and given them away. So, all right, there we go. And I'll keep these to the side. So when I give away the other Marie Troll books, I'll pull some more pages out of here for international. So I don't want to ignore the international, but I'll just keep them out for a minute. And so that's what we'll do when I give away these. All right. So let's color. And I can chill. I've been go since last week. And and I had the kids here and everything, which don't get me wrong, I love it when they're here, but it is a lot. And we all stream together on Monday. So I don't chill. I don't chill when I stream with them all on Mondays or on when they're all here. Okay, I picked two different pages here. I'm going to scroll through flip through the whole book, but I have two pages picked, so I'll pick one of those two to work on. Hi, Cat and Paste. And if y'all want to see some cool coloring, go follow Cat and Paste on Instagram. And she has a YouTube channel. I always forget she has a YouTube channel, but because I see her mostly on Instagram. All right, so I'm going to flip through Moon Valley, Marie Troll. And this came out in 2021. I did not have this book, which is, I have a lot of these books, but I don't have this one. So I'm just going to flip. It's on cream color paper. It's thicker than copy paper. And our Faithful Mass is the one that sent us these. So thank you, Faithful Mass. And she's talking about doing a puzzle channel. So if y'all like puzzles, let her know. Let's move this. Let her know if, because she's wondering if there's going to be anybody interested in doing, having a puzzle channel. I don't know if there are any puzzle channels. I've never really looked. So if y'all are interested in a puzzle channel, let Faithful Mess know, like leave a say something. Just say something. Let's see. You kind of forget you have a YouTube channel too, Cat and Paste? Yeah. So it's very cool. Very fairy. If you did this whole book, oh, that was one of the pages. This one right here. I like this one. So that's one of the ones that I picked. I picked this one and one other to decide between. And I know it's going to mess with the light going back and forth between the black and but although that looks pretty good, I might color a black page because that's the lighting. The lighting likes this, right, for whatever reason. But if you colored this whole book, it would be an heirloom to your kids or grandkids. Any of these kind of books, any of these hardback, and I've shown all mine before. This was the other one that I might color. So it's either between this one or the one with the houses. What do y'all think? Should I let y'all pick? Do you like this one with the houses, little kind of like bird houses? Or do you like this girl, the girl? So do you want the bird house or the girl with the flowers? Y'all just tell me which of the two you like the best. So Terry, all right, we're going. People are saying the houses. I got 3 or 4 for the houses, 2 for the girl, another one for the house. All right, another one for the house. Might be the house. Everybody's going for the house. But look how cute, right? They're so fairy tale-esque. Hi, Cassie. Look how good that looks with the, it's so crisp. But if you put a black background on your YouTube channel, this doesn't always work. I think it's because it's black and white. That's cute too, isn't it? So Arlene, did I answer your questions on the markers? We're going to use those today. Okay, it looks like it's going to be the house. Everybody's picking the houses. So anyway, just to give y'all, there's a lot of pages. It's a full-on story. You could make up your story as if you were reading this to your, if you finished coloring it and reading it to one of your kids or grandkids, you can make up the story as you go. Or you could pick a couple pages and make up a story and let them just look at the picture while you told a story, So there we go. There's my test we just did. So let's go back to the houses. I'm going to put that down here lower so I can maybe do that later. And we'll do the houses. Okay, and I will zoom in. And we'll color this. And I will put markers and stuff. Well, I don't want that'll put a shadow. So I think that's good. We'll adjust the light as needed. All right, let's see. Any more comments, questions? If you have any questions, put it in cap. If you're talking to me, put it in caps. And it isn't it cute, Missy? I know. All right, so let's see what we're going to do here. And I hadn't thought about it, planned it, or anything. There's a little ghosty right there, so it makes me almost want to do like a dark black background or something, but then they have the laundry hanging out. Maybe that left it out overnight. So I've not picked any colors or anything yet. So again, these are the Ohuhu brush. They're brush tip and fine tip. Okay, so you got your brush nib, and they're water-based, although they don't move with water. We tested them, and the fine liner, and this is what they look like. Ohuhu color markers. They have this big size was 160 in a set for like $54, I think I said. Then they have the smaller set of 100, and I forget how much that one cost. But just look up Ohuhu markers. Brush tip, water based, however you want to say it. Okay. All right. So let's see. Do I want to start with some flowers? Like maybe do I want them to be like little bluebells? They look like tulips, but we could also color them. I know what we'll do. I want to look up the tulips that have the, what do you call it? I guess they're variegated. Let me just look up variegated tulips. Hang on. Because I'm not sure and you don't have to do all this. You can just color it, variegated tulips. Images. See, like this. But I want to find one. Oh, here we go. This is more what I'm looking for. Like orange and yellow, something like that. And then there's some that have almost like polka dots. Oh, these are pretty. They have kind of dots on them. Here's some that are all different colors. Let me just pick one I like. Oh, I kind of like this. I think we might go with the orange and yellow. Orange and yellow one. Although I love the pink and white, but if I do a black background, let's see. I'm looking, guys, trying to decide. These, I kind of like these because they're red at the tips and white at the base. I think we'll go with those. No, I don't know. I really like the orange ones. I think we're going to go back to the orangey color ones. Or here's one with orange and pink. That one's kind of pretty too. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to decide what colors I want to use. And I know this is not a tulip here, but I don't think. This is another kind of flower. Yeah, these are, what are those called? Daffodils? What are those called? Y'all know. Y'all tell me. Daffodils? All right, so I think I'm going to go with the orange and yellow. I'll keep that. And y'all tell me if that's daffodils. Are these, it's a daffodil? Thank you, Janet. Okay, so now let me find a daffodil. Hang on. I'm going to try to do this right. I think that's it. And then these can just be little bluebells or something like that. All right, daffodil. Here we go. Images. Oh, there we go. And they're kind of yellow and orange too, so they'd all be yellow and orange. My whole garden's going to be yellow and orange. Let's see. All right, we'll go with that. All right, let's see. We will start with the tulips. I'm just going to set my little picture there. All right, so I can pick colors next. All right, so I'm going to want some orange. And oh, let me get that sheet back up so I can do a test. You want a place to test your colors. All right, let's see. And I don't want, there are some fluorescent colors in here. I don't want to use fluorescent colors. So that's a good yellow. Let's see this lighter one here. That's a good yellow. It's bright, but it's not one of the fluorescent ones. All right, then I want a nice couple of oranges here. That's a good. That's a little coral. Let's go with another orange. Let's try this one. That's better. Can't probably tell. Well, maybe you can a little bit. All right, now I need a darker orange, like almost red. That's too pink. The nice things, we got so many to choose from. That's pretty. That's a red. I think I'll go with the red. And remember now, I don't know how these are going to blend because the water. They don't move. They don't move. So let's just do a little blend test here, right? I'm not thinking they're going to blend, but let's test. Nope, they're not going to blend because they don't move. So y'all gonna have to keep that in mind. If you see this, the thing about these is that's perfect for this kind of a picture because it's so small, and you want the little details. You don't have to worry too much about blending. But that's why I got out the crap pencils. I should quit calling them that because I love my Prismacolor. They're my favorite pencils, but I just call them that because Denise calls them that because they're in a silverware tray. They're really awesome pencils. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I guess you could probably do a tip to tip blend. Faithfulness. Do I want to go to all that trouble? I'd probably just rather blend with pencil, but you could probably do that. I don't know. Do you want me to try? Let's see what we can do here. All right, let's get the yellow and the red, and let's put some red on the yellow and see what happens. Yeah, you could, I guess. It's too much work for me. I'm just saying, it's going to be too much work for me. Just get out a pencil and shade. All right. So there we go. That'll start us off right here. So I'm going to start out with just coloring them all. The lightest yellow. Can y'all see okay? Do I can zoom in, but I have to keep remembering to move the book a lot. I'm just going to get a nice base. And then we'll go in with the other colors. Gotta move them out of my way, though. this is the kind of coloring that's very chill to me. Another way to color a full-on book is to go through the whole book with one color at a time. I've done that before too. And I'm going to do the same thing with my daffodils. I'm just going to start with them coloring them all yellow. You go through the whole book and everything that's, and again, solid colors to start with anyway. And you just go through the whole book and everything that's red, color red. Then everything that's yellow, of course, you're going to miss stuff, but you get the bulk of it and you get a whole book going. And so that when you go back to the book and you go, I got so many pages to do this week, you just pick another color or pick another, element like leaves. I went through one book and did first started with all the lime green leaves and then went back and shaded them another, different shades. Because it takes a while to fill a whole book. Hi, Devin. So you have to go back and watch the rest of the show from the beginning, Devin. We had lots of stuff talked about and shown. And so anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and put start with the base on all the flowers, and you can see all the flowers. You've picked all the flowers. All right, so now I'm going to take the next yellow, and I'm going to just get a little bit, and I'm kind of flicking it, because you can't really blend them. Now, don't oversaturate at the same time, even though it's not they call them bleed proof and they're not going through. If you oversaturate, if you get this thing soaking wet, it's going to go through. You can make it go through if you really work at it and get them really, really wet, that it will go through. But this paper is a little bit, thicker. But it's very chill. It is very chill to do this. So I'm not sure how interesting it'll be to watch, but it's very chill. The color's not quite showing up as much. Let's see here. Let me brighten it up and then turn the color up just a little. There we go. That's a little better. So if you all have any questions or comments, this is a chill day. So it's a good day if you have anything you want to ask or talk about, it's a good day to do it because I'm not running around here like a conspiracy chicken with its head cut off. Hi, honey. You heading back out again?
Yeah, I'm going to run out to the
Okay.
library. Oh, that's pretty.
Well, I just started.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, honey, I just started.
Well, you're so talented and smart. That is beautiful.
Thank you. You're sweet. All right. See you in a little bit.
Well, I was going to tell you, when I was out driving through traffic.
Oh, is it bad out there?
Well, it's not that it was bad, but everybody was going 20 miles an hour.
Oh, I know you hate that.
Yeah, I mean, when people are turning,
they don't know how to merge.
They don't know how to merge them when they turn left, like they're going into another street.
Right.
They start slowing down when they turn. And if you're behind, you almost run into the back of them because they're slowing down where they're making that stupid turn.
Are you okay this morning?
It's just annoying.
Okay.
All right, I'll be back.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, ladies and guys.
Oh man, and they're driving. I just zoom on through. Let's see, which one is this? Malibu's coming in here. She's going to want to come up here. There's no room in the end for her up here today. I have no space with the pencils, the markers, the books. So yeah. So funny. All right, let me see my daffodil. The daffodil is kind of the orange is like this. I'm doing the same way, really, as the. Just no red on the daffodils. They're just going to be yellow and orange. He is a good driver, though. You feel safe with him, He doesn't speed around, and so there we go. Something like that to start. So let's test it out, make sure we're not It's not bleeding through. It's not even warping yet because I'm trying to be careful with not getting, trying not to get it too wet, too oversaturated, you know? All right. And then also we can take the fine tip and do a few lines. Hi, John. Oh my gosh, John. Good grief. Did you mean to do that, John? You can take it back. You're so sweet. John, we have one more. If y'all don't know, John's our Oak Island aficionado, and he and Judy do a synopsis after, like last night, Tuesday night is Oak Island, and then on Wednesday night they do a synopsis of everything that happened on Tuesday night. And John, John, what do you think? Next week is the season finale. Do you think there'll be a new season, John? I want to hear it here first. Do you think there'll be a new season after this one? Did you mean $5? I don't know. You can take it back. Let's see. Next week's the final. Yeah, it is. Next week's the final. So season 13, more mud. So you think there will be another season? Okay. Because they would be filming it now, right? They'd be filming it now if there's season 13. So I'm trying to see if John's mentioning anything else. What was it last night that struck me the most? I'm trying to think. And I said, "Oh, I got to ask John about this." Or, well, I'll probably remember it, and I'll say something on, John comes on at 7:30 ish, Eastern tonight. Yeah. And there's his, yeah, there it is. There. Thank you, Kat. And weather's been bad up there. Yeah, so they probably haven't been. You can't tell what's filming. Because there's 6 months or 9 months, the seasons, like right now they're getting ready to on like last night's show and the show next week, they're getting ready to go into winter, last winter for us. So yeah. Hi, Kathy Berg. Lots of rain. Okay. But it is what was the question I had? Because when I was watching it, I should have wrote it down. See, I always write everything down, and I did not write it down. It's probably in the middle of something. I did not write it down, and I should have wrote it down, John, because I had a question for you. Oh, but anyway, so we'll see. I thought when that other caisson started tipping, and almost, like that couple of weeks ago, and it started tipping, had to shore it up. I thought, oh, that's it. They're done. They are done. But they put another shore. They shored it up again. I was really surprised. We'll be on. Oh, right, John? But we still watch it. There's some of us have watched Oak Island for is it 13 years now, John? 12, so 13 years. We've watched Oak Island every season. Even though sometimes we make fun of them and more wood, more mud, more of the swamp, but we still stick with it. Yeah, now I wonder how are they going to, what if, John, here, how are they going to vacuum? I mean, I don't know what they're going to get to suck that out, because what if the water's flowing in from the ocean under there? What, are they going to suck up the ocean? I don't know how that's going to work. Are they just going to kind of hope that they're going to grab something in the vacuum? I don't know how that's going to work. It took 13 years of your life. Oh my gosh. You too, Shannon, have watched it every season. Anyway, so y'all, yeah. So y'all make sure and follow John Quest of Oak Island on YouTube. And if y'all are interested, and he and Judy do a synopsis from the night before and an analysis, and we all chat and talk about it. Make a little fun of it, but we still love it. We've stuck with it for so long. It's like, oh my gosh. But anyway, it's fun and I do enjoy it. Thank you again, John. John, if you didn't mean to give me $50, go take it back. It's okay. I don't know if that was an accident or not. John and I support each other and usually give each other like $10. Oh my gosh. So, all right. Well, let me get back to coloring and all right. So I'll see you tonight, John, over at your thank you, John. I'll see you over tonight at your channel. All right, guys. Y'all make sure and follow John. And he has an awesome Facebook group too. He's got like, don't you, what is it, like 70,000 followers on Facebook, John? I don't know. It's a lot. And his YouTube channel is like, bam, it did good. His YouTube channel as well. So, thanks, John. That's sweet. Postage and inflation, yeah. So, yeah. So if y'all are interested in it, then y'all can follow him on his Facebook group, but at least follow him on his YouTube channel. YouTube, is that YouTube or is that Facebook? Or I buy both. Probably both. So he's got good. Yeah, he's got quite the following. So thanks, John. I appreciate you. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to take the fine liner in, and I'm going to kind of go in with the fine liner to get the red to make it look variegated like this. I'll hold it up even more to the camera so you can see. And you can kind of flick it and make it look shady. You can make it look shady. See? All right, John. See you later. Janet, have you heard from Tina this morning? She usually messages us if her internet's out. I haven't seen her this morning. Did you hear from her? Aw, thanks, Kat. That was sweet to find that. Kat found John's Facebook page. Thanks, Kat. I don't know. I haven't seen Tina this morning or heard from her. Okay, she'll be in a few. Okay. All right. Thanks, Janet. I just like to make sure she's okay, If her internet's out or something like that, then, it is what it is. But I just want to make sure she's okay. She takes care of her mom and stuff like that. So I like to make sure. And also, if y'all follow Deb E, either on Facebook or, thank you, Dot. Aw, thanks. I appreciate that, Dot. Dot wins all the time. Dot wins all the time. So I'm not going to say, you didn't have to give me some postage, Dot. I'm teasing, Dot. I sent you out 2 envelopes this morning. Thanks, Dot. I appreciate it. We like to tease our Dot. Oh my gosh. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Started laughing at Dot. Oh. Anyway, I just want to get some variegated looking things in here. It's just with the fine tip end, just drawing, just kind of flicking. Tulip bulbs here are squirrel food. Yeah, I've tried to grow tulips a couple times, but yeah, I don't really grow tulips here. Postage for my, you're gonna win. Okay, all right, Don. Hi, Lisa. Okay, wait, I gotta put this down a minute. Lisa's here. Y'all know what I gotta do. Hey, girl, hey! We're just coloring today. We're coloring these tulips and these birdhouses in the Marie Trolle color book sent to us by our faithful Mess, who sent us 4 of them, and we're going to be giving some away. Yay! Elisa's the one that made me those hands. So when she comes in, I have to, throw them out there. I know I am naughty to you, right, Dot? Hi, Anna. So, I don't know if y'all remember what I was going to say. Let me know because I can't remember. I got sidetracked. Am I zoomed in far enough? I hope so. So can you kind of see the whole page? It's a chillax day today, guys. I'm out of energy this week, and it's only Wednesday. uh, it's only Wednesday. I'm gonna have to throw on my conspiracy hat if y'all miss that. Um, y'all know I like my little props here and there. I don't have too many, but I've had a few over the years. But anyway, Lisa, if you missed Elisa, who's made me my hands for Mother's Day, Janet and I love our conspiracy. So for Mother's Day, I got Janet and I each our own tinfoil hat. This tickles me to no end. I got us each our own tinfoil hat. If y'all just came in late, to go with my conspiracy chicken. Oh my goodness. uh, yeah. Oh, thanks, Cassie. I appreciate that. Some days are more hectic than others, especially when I have the family on. I'm running around making grilled cheeses, which I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind, but it's more hectic. I'm not just sitting here arting. And I thought about, well, maybe we'll do that. We'll see. We'll see how long I'm here. Because I wanted to also draw. Put a board together with craft paper. Remember, how we've drawn animals before on the craft paper, and I thought I'd draw some animals. But then when Faithful Mess sent these books, I go, no, we got to do this. We have to do this because it's just too much fun to color in these books. So. Yeah, Jen, she knew something was coming though, Devin. I had to tell her because I sent it to her, so she had to know something was coming. Um, let's see, craft paper or yeah, no, well, I think it's craft paper. Okay, let's see. Let me look at my daffodils. I don't think there's much red in those daffodils. It's mostly. Well, let me get my phone back over here. My phone went to sleep. Let me look. Yeah, this mostly just orange and yellow, no red in those. So let's go with the orange and maybe even the dark yellow. Let's see. No, that's not going to show up. We'll have to go with the orange. And just drew a few, lines in the daffodils too. But I don't really want any red in the daffodils. We can maybe add a little bit darker orange with the pencil. I am excited to chill later today with my new books, with my new mysteries. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Debbie. That's what it was. Okay, so I got sidetracked. If y'all, Debbie's probably not going to be here. She's had all kinds of things going on with her apartment and stuff like that, having to stay in a hotel. So if you follow her on Facebook, you probably know the whole thing. I don't want to talk about it. She's not here. But she has been kind of going through a lot. So, see her out there in the wild on, if you see her on Instagram or Facebook, then just give her a virtual hug, guys. I sent her a card to hopefully cheer her up a little bit, but so something bit me on the foot. Ouch! It just. All right, I gotta go put something. Hang on, guys. Something bit me. If I brought an ant in, that's what it feels like, an ant bite. When I go out in the garden and we have fire ants. They don't usually come in the house, but that's what it feels like a fire ant bit me on the foot. Yeah, you have to avoid those fire ants. So I just put some on it. Hi, Tina. There she is. Tina's coming in saying good morning to everybody. Uh, Marguerite. Who else am I missing? Did I say to you, Brenda A? I think I did, but maybe not. Thanks, everybody. All right, let me continue on here. So we might color this for a little bit, and then maybe we'll draw. I don't know. If it's left to me, I draw a lemur every time. But who was it that was mentioning kiwis last Monday? Kiwi birds. They are so cute. Maybe we should draw a kiwi. All right, so there's a start on our daffodils and tulips. All right, so I'm not going to look up the exact olive green shades for what do you call it? I'll just leave these out because I'll continue to use them probably. A couple of shades of green here for the leaves. Let's test out this one and this one. Let's see here. That'll be a good darker edge. Let's see this one. That's pretty good. I need almost one lighter. Let's see what this one is. I like that one better than this one. This one's a little brighter. And I'm trying to keep this kind of fairy tale-esque. So kind of the bright colors. So those two are good. Let's see, maybe one other olivey color. Let me look over here. Something else. Maybe let's just see what this one looks like. Now, they're not going to ever come back in the same order. I like that too. So we could have the daffodils have the two brighter colors, and then maybe the tulip with the darker, with a little bit of that green. So these three greens, maybe. All right, let's test this. Let's go with this. So these two for the daffodils. All right, so let's do. I think I should probably use the fine liner for those little bitty stems. So anybody doing anything else? Yeah, I think I can get this. Anybody doing any fun things today, or want to talk about any books you're reading? Y'all know books are my next to art, studying. It's books. Oh, wait, I didn't want to do that one. I wanted to just do the daffodils, this dark green. Okay, only got 3 daffodils, so let me see. I think I'll go with this. All right, let's go with the lines. It's too thin. Take too long. You've been coloring mermaids for Mermaid. Oh, I think I saw 1 or 2 of them, Joanne, on Instagram. Didn't you post on Instagram? I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah, if for those of y'all that don't know, there's another challenge in May called Mermaid. It's called Mermaid, and you draw mermaids all month. I think I did one challenge one year. It was a mermaid for Xandra because she's our resident mermaid. And I sent it to her. It went back in the day, and she's back from London. Well, she went to London and Paris. I'm not sure, but she's back. So I'm just drawing the lines here, and then I'll kind of color over them with the light green. And you can always just go back with pencil. Go in there with pencil. Your Hannah Carlson's cat page for my nephew. Okay. Hannah Carlson's another one that does these kind of books, if y'all don't know. Angie's working on her bracelets. I don't know what the bracelets are. Angie, I know about your bowls. You didn't send me a picture of your bracelets, did you? I don't think I've seen your bracelets. Angie makes the woven bowls. I don't think I've seen your bracelets, Angie. Yes, pencil, Tina. Tina, did you see what I got me and Janet for Mother's Day? Were you lurking in the background, or did you see? I have found a couple new conspiracies lately that I'll have to share them with Janet first. Janet. You missed it? Okay. Well, you know the conspiracy chicken, Tina, right? Well, every conspiracy needs a tinfoil hat, right? Tinfoil hats for conspiracy theorists. I got us I got us our own tinfoil hats. Oh my gosh. Bye, Shannon. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's the trendy one. It is. You gotta have the trendy and high Tory. All right, so now I'm going to take the lighter green. Let's see, is it going to be light? Yeah, I think it's light enough. And I'm going to just go over the lines that I drew. It's not going to move the lines because remember, these, even though they're water based, they don't blend and move. They don't blend and move. These are the Ohuhu ones. So I can go over those dark lines that I just put down, and they're not moving. The dark lines will not move with this, with the going over them. It's kind of filling in between the lines that I just did. So let's see, it's almost 10:30. We'll do the giveaway. So if y'all missed it, our faithful Mess sent us 4 of these books that she got and she gave me the packaging, stamps, so we're going to give away one today, and then one next week, and then one the week after. But they're only going to go to US. So I have color book pages from another book, 2 books over here for international. It's for a giveaway. Because if y'all have ever tried to mail a book international, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay, send me a picture later. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Bye, Shannon. Okay, Dot's been stitching on work based on a mandala. You're stitching a mandala. Also have gathered together my collage books ready to play. Okay, well, you're getting organized, Dot. You are getting organized. We will give you that. So I'm just going over the little leaves. It's very tiny, this stuff. But it's very effective, especially if you do a whole bunch of pages. Or I didn't pull any of my other Marie Trolls or Hannah Carlson books today. But thanks again, Faithful Mess, for sending us some books for the giveaways. And again, she's thinking about doing a puzzle channel. So if y'all are into puzzles, y'all, I don't know, Faithful Message, or if you're still here, is your channel still up? Because she hasn't streamed in or done anything for a while since her surgery. So I'm not even sure if her channel is still up and if she's going to use that same. I think she's going to use the same channel, but I don't know if she's got anything because I wanted y'all to. I was going to link her channel if she does have it if it's still up. I'm loving the color so far. Okay, thanks, Tina. Tina, you do a lot of the small stuff like this. And so I was showing these Ohuhu water-based markers. They don't blend. They don't bleed. They don't bleed through, but they don't blend. You know what I mean? And you can't get them wet. You can't get them wet and move them. They're just there. Let's see. Faithful Mess said, my child's still up. I just don't know where to go next with my pain management. Okay. Well, y'all can still go follow Faithful Mess and follow, do the follow, the bell. So if she does decide to do a puzzle, anything puzzly, puzzly, then you'll get notified. So follow Faithful Mess just to support her, guys. She's been through a lot. Thank you, Tina. There you go. Thank you, Tina. So, yeah, she's been through a lot. So let's support her and whatever she decides to do. So let's see. Mia's sewing Barbie clothes for your niece. See, when I did the Barbie, and I still do post Barbie photography every now and then. I've got over 100 Barbie photography scenes and stuff going on with Barbie photography. But if I make any clothes, I know, because I don't play with them, right? I don't play with my Barbies and stuff. So if I do, let's just say, all right, I'll give you an example. The pirate, Talk Like a Pirate Day, when I made Barbie into a pirate with the eye patch and the pirate outfit, it's all taped up in the back. It's taped, it's pinned, it's pulled. There's no, maybe there's a couple stitches here and there, but I'm not making Barbie costumes, right? Like Me's probably making for her niece. I'm not making Barbie costumes. I'm making something for a photography session. Then she's stripped of, well, I got a couple Barbies that I did keep their outfits on. Like my mummy, the Bride of Frankenstein Barbie. Frankenstein Barbie. She's still kept in her outfit in a bag. Hang on, let me go over here to my phone, see if it'll come up. Let's see. Let me see. Videos. I think I can find it pretty quick. I think. It's been a while. I'm scrolling through my videos. I don't have hundreds of videos, so it shouldn't be too hard to find it's in my shorts too. My Barbie video with as Bride of Frankenstein. She is in my shorts. She's in my shorts. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I don't know. Why is it I don't know why I can't find her. Oh, here she is. This is it. Oh, well, hang on. Hear Frankenstein walking in the background. I'll let it play again. So there's my Bride of Frankenstein, Barbie. That's not sewn. This is all taped together. That was some work right there. Bye, Arlene. Okay, I sent you a cool bookmark, Arlene. We picked it out on Monday. What's this one? Whoa. Okay, I accidentally clicked that music. Let's see. Here's one where Denise narrated this one.
Hey guys, join us tomorrow live on YouTube for an unboxing, art, creativity, and me, your special guest. See you then.
And of course, Hubster would open the garage door as soon as I played it. Hubster's going to be coming and going all day today. So let's see. I'm trying to find my Barbie's photography ones. Oh, well, and then this is, I don't know. I got on a rabbit trail. Zippy the Unicorn. He's a longtime friend of mine. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm waiting for Hubster to get. Maybe that's all I got for now. All right, let's see. Let me go back to let's get some light green leaves in here. Just base coat them. So I love that little ghosty right there. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. Yeah, he popped in here a little while ago, Tina. So anyway, I think Faithful Mess, I think a puzzle channel, like an ASMR, chill, because you used to do some awesome chill art journaling, ASMR type videos. So I think you could easily do a puzzle ASMR type thing. So I hope you will, because we'd love to have you back in the Fibs community again, since you've been away for so long. Just getting some bass in here, guys. Where's Arlene singing It's All About the Bass? That's a song that when Samantha was doing the cheerleading, that was one of their main songs. It's all about the bass, because that's the bass is in the cheerleading world is the bottom of the tier, and she was always a flyer because she was so tiny, so she was always at the top, but it's all about the bass. So you can see it takes a minute. You use this light shade of green. Yeah, it's a great base, right? Just to pop that color on and work on top of it, Tina. Do you have these Ohuhu markers, Tina? The watercolor ones? Again, how long will they last? I don't know. I don't color with them enough to use them up. But if I work in this book with them, I'm sure they're not going to last a whole book. But I would just switch between these, my super tip, Crayola super tips. I'm not brand snob, although I do love my Prismacolor pencils, but I use other ones too. But I'm not saying, oh, I can only use that and I can't mix the two. No, I don't do that. I'll use whatever. Same thing for my alcohol markers. I've got my Copics, my Ohuhu, my Milos. I got the, the brand for Master's Touch from over there, Hobby Lobby. So I got all kinds of alcohol markers, and those are right there, right in front of me just to grab. Aw, thanks, Brenda. So, yeah. Just kind of working my way around the edges here. What's that? What is that right there? I'm not sure I guess that's supposed to be some kind of a branch. Well, I'm going to color those leaves anyway. Oh, all right, I'll go back over it. These right here are the supports for the stilts for that particular birdhouse. Those are the stilts for that. It's hard to tell what they went where they went. Sometimes you got to take your time and follow things around. Tina said, I've always said I just always end up using my favorite cast pit markers. Yeah. Yeah, they are pricey. The pits, yeah. The pits are the pits for price. But like I said, you can mix and match them, but these do not blend. We already played with the test them. They don't blend with each other like like this. You can't come over here. Look, this is where we tried to blend a yellow and an orange. They don't blend, and they don't wet like Now, what you could do is you could take your like I've shown before. Let me get a better piece of plastic. Janet will freak out if she sees this one. I know I got another a clean piece of plastic up here. You could take your plastic and put down the marker and then pick it up with a wet brush and like watercolor with it. So you could do that. But then you're also taking the risk of oversaturating your paper. You have to be careful of that. So you see, you can pick it up if you put it, if you smell what I'm stepping in, or how's it Denise says it all the time? You not smell what you're stepping in, picking up what I don't know. Anyway, you can put it down on a piece of plastic and pick it up with a wet water brush. And you can do it that way. Okay. And that's a nice fadey, more light color. So you can do that. But they don't blend together. Let me just clean my brush out. Hello, Jess. Do you like the nibs on those better than the super? Yes, because that's one of their benefits, if you will, is they're so pointy. I mean, it's a brush tip. That's very beneficial, especially in coloring. Let's see. So frustrating when you color the wrong thing with them. Well, I'll just go over it. Even if I go over it with pencil. Even if I go over it with pencil, Tina. If nothing else, you could always white it out with the Posca. If it came to something really noticeable. So if y'all stick around till 10:30, that's when we're going to do the giveaway. So if you want to get a cup of coffee or something before, don't just hang right here because you're afraid you're going to miss the giveaway. We're going to do it at 10:30. About 20 minutes or so. Let's see. Are you smelling what I'm seeing? Is that what it is, Kat? Maybe that's what it is. Denise says has all these funny little things like that. That's probably what it is, Kat. Kat, do you have this book? I know Kat has some of these type books, the Hannah Carlson, the Marie Trolle. Do you have this one too, Kat? Okay, let's see. Let's do this little leafy thing here. And this little leafy thing. And then this, I guess that's supposed to be, that's the stairs. Okay. All right. So these green lines right there, that X, that's the support to this building, to this house. I didn't know what that was. That's the stairs. Those are the stairs to go up. All right, let's put those right there. Let's pick this up here. Get that out of my way. Now let's get a few shades of brown here. So I showed y'all the set. There's 100 and what did I say? 100 and however many. Now I don't remember. So let's get a few browns. Let's get a little test sheet here. That's really a nice dark kind of purpley brown. I do like that. So we'll pull that. And let's see, what other browns do we want? Like that. That's too much the same. Let's test this one. That's kind of a good one in between. So those three maybe. And then maybe a tan color. Like, that's too light, I think. Let's try another one. Let's try this one. That's too yellow. That's good. All right, so those, we're going to go with those browns to start with anyway. For the wood. Yeah, they are a little sus, right, Tina? Tina. Those stairs are a little sus. Uh-oh, wrong end. There we go. Now, I'm just going to go over the wood here. I think it's dry enough. I don't want this, over wet. So I'd want to make sure that was dry before I went back over this, those braces there with the wood color. Because if it's too wet, even though these are bleed proof and all that, if you oversaturate it, you can make it go through. All right. Okay, Tina. I didn't hear whether she had this book or if Cat and Paste had this book. Let me see. Scrolling back. I don't see. Well, I don't know. It could be little fairy houses, me. But they're the size. They're supposed to be like the size of a birdhouse. You know what I mean? Kind of like, yes, I do, and 7 other of her books. Okay, I don't think I have 7 of them. I have maybe 3 or 4 of them. I think I have more Hannah Carlson than Marie Trolle, but I didn't bring him in here today. I didn't bring him in. So, but if y'all don't follow Cat and Paste, maybe I should just try to bring up an IG. IG does not like to load in this room because of I don't know, the Wi-Fi just doesn't like IG in here. Uh-oh, come back here. Let's see. Let's see what I can do. I have to step out in the hall. Oh, there it goes. All right, let's see. So let me show y'all a couple of Cat and Paste. First off, let's start with this. She does a lot with Crayola crayons. Okay. I'm trying to see which ones that she's. All right, this one is a watercolor prism. All right, so this one is a lot of different things. So this is not just Crayola, but here's one of Cat and Paste pages. So Cat and Paste _ and she tells you what she uses down here. So you can, she'll tell you everything she uses. And let's see, this one she used, again, color pencil, watercolor. So but follow Cat and Paste. I'm telling y'all. Oh, thanks, Cat. Put in Cat and Paste. I call Cat and Paste C and P when I'm talking to her at different other streamers and stuff. But Universe is a compilation. Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. And Tina's also. I'm going to show you some of Tina's too. All right. Here's one where she's done with colors. Color pencils. And they're really, guys, you need to go see them over there yourself because my phone's going to flash them out. Okay. So here it is with the completed page right there. So you have to go over there and look at them. And I can't, she's got their music attached and stuff. So, but she does a lot of, I love those bricks. Cat and Paste. And this one too is awesome. So go over there and follow her. Look how many people people like her stuff. I do too, but I'm just saying. And then let me go. And Tina is Cat a Comic 64. And Tina's no color book slouch. There's one of Tina's right there. Tina is Cat a Comic 64. So follow Tina and C&P. Okay. Tina, put your link in too. You're putting in Cat and Paste. Put in yours as well. I know you love you some Cat and Paste, but we love you too, Tina. Let me see. Here's another one. There's another one of Tina's. Put your link in, Tina. And let's see. Oh, I like this one. I love those clouds. I like that one too. So follow both those ladies. All right. Let's see what else do I want to do. Let me get my light green back here. I got a couple of touch-ups here to do. And again, I'm going to go in here with color pencil, and but another nice thing about these, if you got real tiny little things, you can use the fine liner tip, you know, or like I did those little lines in the tulips and the daffodils. You can use the fine liner to draw those lines. All right, so now, speaking of drawing lines, I'm going to take the darker green, and I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to draw the veins. And I'm going to overextend and over-exaggerate the veins than they have on the page. Nothing says you can't do that. I'm trying to keep an eye on the clock up there, too, so I can do the giveaway at 10:30. I'll hold one up here in just a minute. Add a little bit of dark. And again, you could get your pencils out too. Your pencils. You get your pencils out and shade. So see how I added the leaf veins? Extended them more than what they are there. There's Tina's IG. Oh, you use a cloud stencil. Very, very ingenious, Tina. And hi, Devin. Devin comes on at 3. I don't think she's changed her time today. She came on last week. She came on at 5 because she had something to do with her mom. But her normal time, Devin's normal time, let me click on Devin again. Devin's normal time is 3 on Wednesday. Okay, so y'all follow Devin Rex for art. And I mean, she's my jelly plate inspiration. And if you want all kinds of techniques and stuff, Devin's the girl for you. So I'm just kind of drawing some lines, more veins and lines and stuff with the fine tip, the fine liner tip. There goes Hubster again. I told you it's going to be all day. Coming and going today, so. There we go. I am kind of trying to hurry. I would not, when I'm coloring by myself, I don't rush. I don't have to hurry. I take my time and just enjoy the process. But when you're streaming, you always feel a little bit of a need for speed. You thought it was your garage door, Jess? Yeah, no, Hubster's coming and going today, so. Jana, are you still around? I don't know what Jana's doing. Jana, are you coloring or working on something? I did want to try to draw something today. Maybe after, I'll do a little bit. After I finish these lines of the leaves and we do our giveaway, maybe I'll pull out. Because I was going to draw today. But I got too inspired by Faithful Mess giving us some books to play with and give away. So I said, we got to do this. It'll be more fun. You're just watching? All right, Janet. Do you have on your conspiracy hat, Janet? I'm sorry. I love those things. When I saw them, I thought immediately of me and Janet and our conspiracies. We had to have it. We had to have it. And then tomorrow I'll get to the post office and get my ATCs mailed off to Janet. Don't forget, y'all have until May 30th to get them to her. If you're in the artist trading card swap, get them to Janet by May 30th. All the deets are in the my post tab, a few posts back, because I've posted books over, since then. But if you go to Janet's post tab, you'll see all the information. If you're quick about it, you could still get in on it, but it's getting, down there. It's today's the 14th. She's got a couple of weeks, but Cherry Spring had my mouth full. I missed something, Kat. Do you ever use ink tints? Beth, I do have ink tints. I gotta say, not a fan. Not a big fan of the ink tints, and I have a full set. I've had them for 15 years. Well, they're long time. Not a big fan of the ink tints. I don't know why. I mean, because they're pretty good. They're vibrant. Maybe it's just the way that I don't like the way they blend. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Do I have Magical Woodland by Kate? I don't know if that's Annie bought me. I don't think that's the one she bought me for Christmas. She bought me one that I didn't have. I'm not sure if that was it or not, Tina. Annie bought me a one that I did not have. That was it wasn't like Marie Trolle, or I don't think it was Hannah Carlson. I have to go look, but no, it doesn't come to mind. Doesn't come to mind, Tina. Yeah, see, everybody loves their ink tints. Oh, you sent me a package, Joanne? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to the post office tomorrow, Joanne. I am going to the post office tomorrow. So, when it comes in, of course I will show it, tell it, talk about it, announce it. So, yeah, I'm going tomorrow. All right. So, I think I got the base of the green and the flowers. I can always go in here. Let me just to do it, be doing it. Let me get an orange, that's too coral. Oranges can go into coral. Just maybe, it's kind of a red orange. What is it called? Poppy. I think it's called poppy. But what I'm saying is you can go here. Let me hold this up here so you can kind of see. You can go in here and really kind of blend. And take your time and go in here. I don't know if you can make the difference. Here, let me get a dark red here. Let me get a Crimson Lake. Stop rolling. Let me get a paint thing to hold it. Y'all know I like me some high contrast. See? Can you see? I don't know if that's going to show up. But you can get down in there and with pencils and get some nice shade and blend and more, because these aren't blending. These don't blend. So if you want blend, you're going to have to get in there with your pencils. Okay. Tina just texted me and said she got me one. Girl. Let me see here. Oh, no, I do not have that. You told me about this. No, I do not have that. Here it is right here. Magical Woodland. Look how cute. It looks like a game, Tina. It looks like a game. I can't pinch and drag that. Doesn't it, guys? Look like a game? Uh, Magical Woodland. Okay. Okay, girl. Let's see. I'm sure curious. No, from Sammy? You mean our not our Sammy UK girl. Jess, I'm not sure. It's probably longer. I'm telling you, it's probably longer than 2 years. It's probably before the virus, which that would have been 5, 6 years ago. So no, I don't remember. I mean, kind of vaguely, but I don't remember what would have been in it. So yeah, Jess, I don't remember. Okay, thick paper. Well, of course, if you like it, it's going to be on thick paper. All right. So real quick, let me do a little bit, at least get a base down on the wood here. So I'm going to use this tan color as the base for the house here. For the slats, if you will. And of course, you don't have to have it look like wood. You could have it, I mean, you could have it be painted. You could have these houses be blue or you could have them be any color you wanted. All right, so let's go down back to the brown and let's do the. And then around the windows, I went to the fine point. This is what the fine point markers are good for when you color these kind of books. Is these little tiny, tiny details that's hard to do with the brush tip even. It can be done, but you'd probably be best served by doing sharp color pencils on these little tiny, tiny details like this. I'll hold it up here just a minute. Yeah, so if y'all weren't here at the beginning, I did show some pictures from Cameron of Yellowstone and the hotel and all that. A little video of I forget, let me see what, it wasn't Old Faithful, because I asked him, I said, is that Old Faithful? He said, no, it's a bigger one. It's bigger than Old Faithful. The Grand Geyser. I'll show it again here, guys. Let me go ahead and show his pictures again. Here it is. So, and then, let me just continue to flip through here. There's a hotel, just more scenery. It was snowing when he took that. He just, and then here, let's see here. Buffalo, bison. You don't want to play around with those. I mean, I think since he's been out there, I've heard of 2 people that have died going up trying to get next to those bison. You don't play with those guys. Bison don't play. 7 years ago, Jess? No. I don't remember. Oh, it was you under a different account? No. Jess. Yeah, sorry. I don't remember. Is that where? Yes, he's working out in Yellowstone. He takes a 6-month contract and does 6 months at a time. he and his one of his coworkers drove out there this time. If y'all maybe you didn't hear about it, Tina. This was like a month ago. No, 3 weeks ago. He and a coworker, they drove out there. Maybe it was, I don't know, 2.5 weeks ago. So he'll be out there for 6 months. Let's see. Angie said she sent me a picture. Hang on, let me go over here and see. All right. Angie said, this is what I've been making. It's loading. Oh, okay. So you've been making these little okay, Angie. So Angie's been making these bracelets. It looks like you're doing custom letters. So here's what Angie's been working on. Angie's not on social media. She just emailed me this. Those are nice. Those are nice, Ange. Let's see. Do I have anything else right here? Okay, let's see. All right, it's 10:30, so let's go ahead and stop. I think y'all get the idea how we can work with these markers and then pencils. And again, I would take, you can always take your pencils and shade and do more detail with shading. Okay, but if I finish it, I'll show y'all, of course. All right, so here's the book, Moon Valley, Marie Trolle. And again, all right, I'm going to back up now. Faithful Miss sent us 4 of these, 1 for me and 3 to give away. And we're going to give away 1 today and 1 next week and 1 the week after. That being said, it's going to be US only. So what I did is I took some pages and I'll keep these books out for the next couple weeks to give away from these. Animal collages from Tim Jeffs. These are very cool. And they have kind of a sheen to them, which is nice for alcohol markers. These are really good for alcohol markers. So I pulled out 5 pages to send to an international person. So we'll do a separate. We'll do US and international. And again, I just slice them out of the book. You can cut them down and mount them on black cardstocks. Yeah, it's a little bit of sheen. Perfect for alcohol markers. Some sea turtles and some owls. So this will go out to 1 international person. I'll put a piece of... well, probably best if I don't. If you start putting cardstock in, the rule is if you can't bend it, it counts as a package rather than an envelope. So, all right. So this will be for international. And again, we'll continue to give out of this for the next couple weeks. And then let me get another. Okay, another Marie Trolle, Moon Valley. And we're going to do two giveaways. So let's go ahead and give this one away first. And then I might pull my big sketch pad out and draw for a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right. So USA only. Wait till I type in go. Here's how it works. If y'all, don't make me herd cats, Dorothy. USA only. You're going to put in a number between 1 and 100 when I type in go. 1 number only. Don't move your numbers, change your numbers, delete your numbers. Just put in a number. The first person closest. Let me find my iPad here. First person closest without going over. I'm going to send this, but I'm going to the post office tomorrow, so I'll send it out tomorrow. Let me get over to random.org. Not a bot, verifying. Okay, random.org. So here's our little box here. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. 1 number only. First person closest without going over will get the book. And thank you so much, Our Faithful Mess, for sending some cool books to ship out. All right. There we go. All right. Dot, are you serious? Dot, you're not even in the US. And you can't play for this. Oh my gosh. Janet, will you remove Dot's number, please? Is she just being funny? Oh my gosh. Dot, for real? Maybe she's just being funny, Janet, but can you remove her number for me, please? Or Kat, one of y'all. Or Dot, remove it yourself. You ninny. I think she's just messing with me now. I think Dot is messing with me. It doesn't matter. And hi, Amy. And she's not Amy. She is not. Dot is greedy. She won twice on Monday. Oh, and that's another. We're going to start the rule, guys. You only can win once a day. When I do a giveaway, you only can, if you win, you can't play for the next giveaway. Like if I give away 3 or things or whatever, you only can win once a day. And this Dot's international. She's in the UK. What does that say? And hi, Amy. Handing you a cookie, Amy. All right, I'm going to count down, guys. Get your numbers in. Get your numbers in. USA only. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Malibu's over there rubbing on my collage packets. I see you. 3, 2, 1. Last call if you want to try to get the Marie Trolle book. All right. Okay, let's pick a number. Let me bring my random back up. All right, here we go. First person closest to 22 without going over. And you have to be in the US, people. You have to be in the US. That was made clear at the beginning. We're going to give away international in a minute, Dot. 22 without going over. I'm scrolling all the way back. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. Elisa had 17. Is it Elisa with 17? You can't go over. I think it's Elisa with 17. Y'all double check me. Okay, Elisa. She had 17. So Elisa, you know what I'm going to do. Hey, girl, hey, you won. Yay. All right. So, Lisa, you got it. Congratulations. And thanks again, Faithful Mess. Our Faithful Mess is the one that sent these books in for giveaways, guys. And she's thinking about doing a puzzle, doing a puzzle vids on her channel. So follow her and ring the bell. So if she does start to do that, you'll get notification. Okay. Thank you, Faithful Mess. And congratulations. Yay, girl. Yay. Okay. So now, because I'm not going to send the books international, I showed y'all a minute ago, I put some Tim Jeff's animal pictures in here. So these will be for international only. I'm going to the post office tomorrow, so I'll get everything out, including the ATC swap. All right, international only. Same rules apply. Wait till I type in go. Okay. Y'all are so, I don't know sometimes. I don't know what to think of you guys. I mean, I think highly of you. But y'all are funny. Okay. Thank you, Tina. All right. When I type in go, one number only. Don't change your number, move your number. One number only. First person closest without going over. I'm going to pick a new number on random.org. And I will work on my Moon Valley later. I'm going to keep all my same pencils and my markers out that I'm using because I want it the same, I want the same colors that I'm using. So I will rubber band these up while I'm working on my page. So I at least have these. I'll probably get more pencils. I'm going to use more pencils, but I'll at least have the markers picked for the colors that I'm using at the moment. That's probably a good idea if you want to continue using, if you don't think you're going to remember what colors and stuff, bundle them up and keep them handy. All right, international only. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let me get my random.org back over here again. The camera just might have sent me some more pictures. All right. I'm going to look. All right. Here we go. New number 77. First person closest to 77 without going over. Or maybe it's just there. Yeah, I think it's just there from when I looked at them. Okay, 77 without going over. Scrolling back, scrolling. Let's see, Joanne had 69. Devin had 70. It looks like it's Devin. Devin had 79. I see Devin was 70. Is it Devin? Don't double check me. Okay. Yeah, Devin was 70. Okay. So Devin. There we go. Joanne, your winnings from Monday went out today. You'll be getting I think you had a bookmark and a napkin, I think. Yours, that went out today in the mail. So you're still getting something, Joanne, this week. You're welcome. So Devin, that will go out tomorrow with Elisa's book. All right. I'm looking around. I think that's all I got to show. So I'm going to move this to the side. Move my iPad, move my book, move my markers. So I have some space here. I'm going to take a quick break though, guys. Let me do a BRB. And then I thought I would sketch. I know y'all know I want to do a lemur, but maybe I'll do a kiwi. Because y'all be thinking of an animal. Don't put it in yet, because I'll be right back. Let's see. Let me fix this. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to probably have to take my matte mediums off my back of my door. Because when I close the door, it bangs on the door. It gets annoying. All right, let's put this over here. All right. Let's see. I might need my iPad for some references. Oh, let's see. Scrolling. Okay, Janet sent me something, I think. Oh my gosh. Can I show it, Janet? Janet, can I show your hat? Or you want to save it for when you stream on Monday, Janet? I'm going to ask you before I show it. Janet. I love it, Janet. I want to show it. I think I'm going to show it even if you don't let me. Okay. So y'all know I got me and Janet each a conspiracy tinfoil hat. This is our version of a tinfoil hat cap. Look what Janet did with hers. You ready? Wait for it. Ask me anything. I love it, Janet. She put a ask me anything on her hat. Oh my gosh, girl. Oh my goodness, too funny. All right, so let's see. All right, so what I did is I put together well, I have the big sketch pad. I have a big, white sketch pad. So I have to decide if I want to draw white. I thought maybe I'll do a pin, just a pin. Like hang on. A ballpoint pen. Let me take these off because they're gonna move it. And let's see. And then a couple of brush pens or something. Let's see what brush pens do I have handy. Do I have some brush pen? Oh, I got this one here. Brush pen. I don't know what that brand is. I'm trying to find one that I have a brands because I know you're going to say, well, what pen is that? I don't know. I'm just looking for a plain old brush pen. I'll have to get out my other. I don't have one in here. I think I took it out to use. This is my little portable pouch, my Basquiat pouch. But the pen, oh wait, here's a brush pen. Is this a brush pen? That's too thin. I need a thicker one. Hang on. Let me look over here. Oh, trust me, we're not going to run out of pens, people. This is what I was looking for. Something like that. There we go. That'll work. So I don't have to dig through here. Sorry, I can't help it. All right, so maybe, see, I got this one out to draw just pen and ink. And then I covered my, this is just craft paper on a roll. Craft paper on a roll is usually what we do our animal sketches on, and I'll sketch them out with a Conte crayon, and then we paint. But that means getting out the paint. So I think I might just sketch for a minute on the white. We'll see, because it does flash. It does flash out. Let's see what we can do here. Let's just see what we can do for a minute. Let me see if I can find me a picture of a kiwi. It's known in the Amazon as a brand. Amy, are you talking about the kiwi? In the Amazon? I thought kiwis were in Australia. Are you talking about something else? Okay, Devin, we'll see you at 3. Bye, Devin. She has to go for a Zoom meeting. So thank you, Devin. Congratulations for winning the giveaway today. Let's see. Kiwi bird. Yes, the bird, Joanne. Kiwi bird. All right, let's see. Which one do we want to draw today? Just a plain old one. I mean, I'm not going to get too in the weeds. We're not going to get in the kiwi weeds. This one's kind of good. It's okay. Let's see if I can get that one. Let me just take a picture of it and we'll... All right. We're just going to sketch for a little while. And then maybe because I want to paint me a lemur. I love to paint me lemurs. It's one of my favorite things to do. All right, let's crop this down. Let's crop this baby down. All right, and let's I think I'll just turn them into black and white. Hang on. Let's adjust the color down to saturation, down to black and white. Let's brighten it up. Hang on, guys. Adjust exposure a little bit there. That's pretty good. And now let's just sharpen it. Sharpen it up a little. There we go. There we go. We got a kiwi. We're gonna sketch a kiwi. We're gonna sketch them big. By chance, do you still do pet portraits? Jess, I haven't lately. Not for a couple Christmases. So I used to do them right at Christmas time. And I'm just going to be honest, the next pet portrait I do, and I hate to even hesitate to say it right now, because I don't know when I'll get to it, but I have 2 pet portraits in mind to do. One is Xandra's dog, who she just lost, and the other is Tina's cat. So I have 2 pet portraits in mind to do. When will I ever get to them? I don't know. But the next 2 I do will be for Xandra and Tina. So I can't put you on a list right now. So yeah. So okay, let's go ahead and draw. Let's go ahead and just sketch out a kiwi here. And this is just to play with, guys. It's not. Again, I'm not doing any portraits or anything like that. This is just to and they're very like hunchback. You could make them into a little hunchback old man. You know what I mean? Not that all men are hunchback. Anyway, but yeah. But I like to look at them and see what kind of animal could you make them? What could you change them into? Let's see that. Okay, wait. Amy said you wanted to use pins that had a brand. So when I asked what it was, you could tell them. I joked that the unbranded Amazon pins are branded. Well, what I meant, Amy, is something like this, and I can't even tell you really the brand. I'm pretty sure it's a Kuretake. Oh, it's a Pilot. It's a Pilot, but it's a Japanese pin, brush pin. Amy. Girl, you bad. And so yeah, but you don't have to follow a perfect what do you call it, reference. You can make it up yourself. That's what I do with my chickens. When I draw the chickens, I just get me a chicken picture and then I make it whatever I want. He gonna be what I want him to be. But I do have a question. on the kiwis. They have no arms or wings. How do they balance themselves? Does anybody know anything? And I haven't looked it up. I should look something up on the kiwi, but I have not looked it up. But how are they balancing themselves? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get it laid out here. Then we'll get more into the details. Oh, you can't even see. I'm not even in frame. There we go. Yes, chicken conspiracy. Make up your chickens. But how do they balance? I'm thinking like if you're going to fall over, you can't catch yourself. Is that why they catch themselves with that beak? Do they have micro wings? I don't see it on this guy. I didn't look at a whole bunch of them though. I just picked one. So I don't know. and I'm not going to draw the complete thing because we won't have time to do my lemurs. uh, all right, so let's just see here. So now let's get into let me get into a little bit of. My bracelets are scraping on the thing. It's a little annoying, but okay, there's our first little bit. Let's do a little bit of hair sticking up there. Give him a little let's see. Use a nose. Yeah, that would be cute. That's a good idea. That's a good cartoon. Terry Brett needs to do that. A kiwi using his nose as a walking stick. Terry, did you hear that? Oh, okay. Enjoy your appetizer, Angie. All right, let's just do a little bit more. We'll fuzz him up a little bit even more. See how fun this is? And there's no erasing. I drew it in ballpoint pen. All right, let's see. I'm going to work on a little leg there. Y'all still with the tour? But this is a way to, if you're drawing fast and sketching, draw big and bold and just, draw you a giant something something. Draw you a giant something something. Remember the first time, and I've told y'all this, the first time that I took Cameron to the aquarium and we were going to sketch live, if you will. We were going to sketch in the museum. I mean, not the museum, that too, but this time it was the aquarium. And we had our sketchbooks, our sketch pads, and our pens, and so okay, we're going to go over here and let's draw. What do you like, Cameron? What do you want to draw? And he liked, I think he liked the sea dragons. I think that was what his start of his favorite thing was, is the sea dragons. I said, well, let's start with those. He goes, you're going to just draw out here in front of everybody? I don't know. He was maybe, I don't know how, 11, I'm thinking maybe. So long ago, guys. I am so horrible on time. I really am. But I think he was pretty young because, we had since sketched out in public after that. Now he's leading not art retreats, but art groups at Yellowstone. So, anyway, he, so we're going to draw out in front of everybody. They're going to watch us. I went, yeah, it's okay. but that what if I don't do good? What, I mean, he didn't get into it that much. He's very introverted, but he didn't get into it quite as much as I think I'm making out. He didn't discuss it that much with me, but he made it clear he wasn't happy about sketching in front of people. I said, we're going to do it anyway. And no, I don't. They're not water soluble. I don't. The ballpoint pens, yeah, they're pretty waterproof. So anyway, he as soon as he started just sketching and drawing, um, somebody came up to him and said, "That's good. You're really a good artist." Well, that's all it took. Oh, he was off and running. He'd draw all day after that. That's all he needed was one person to say, "You're doing good." Other than his nana, other than his nana. So yeah. So after that, he was so now like I said, he does, art groups and stuff like that for people, and so this could take all day. All the feathers here. Hi, Ellen. Let me just work. Let me, instead of working too much down here, because I want to move on to I really want to move on to some lemurs and on the craft paper. But, so let me just go ahead and get a little bit of him sketched in here with his little fuzzy face. Let's get his little fuzzy face in here. I'm talking to him like he can hear me. And if you buy the roll of crap, well, you can buy inexpensive. If you go to the school department in like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever, go in there where they have the teachers' school supplies. Let me zoom in one. Where you have the school supplies, you can buy rolls of paper like this. This is a pad, but you can get like this is on a roll, the craft paper, and you can buy it real inexpensive, just to sketch on and play with, And I'm following a little bit of the shadow on his face, but I'm not really following a whole lot. I'm just kind of just scribbling. I like to scribble shade. And if you hold your pen farther back, you're less apt to get too like, I mean, sometimes you have to get right down in there for something, but for the most part, you can hold the pen farther back and be real loose with everything. And you'll have more fun with it. You'll have more fun if you're loose with your sketching. Oh, thanks, Tina. The cute little kitty. So I would just continue on doing the same thing, continue on his whole body. But you can get dark darks with the ballpoint pen and lights. I mean, you can just get dark, and then just look how light you can get. And then just keep going over and over and over and over and over and over until you get darker and darker and darker. See? A micron pen yesterday at Michael's on sale for $2 and some thick sticker books that were marked in. That's awesome, Missy. Yeah. You gotta look for those sales, Somebody text me. I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, it's Annie texting her dad. And I just like it real loose and very, scribbly. Now, when I go to do the lemur, and I gotta dig out my, I don't know where my Conti crayons are. I gotta dig around for a Conti crayon because I'm gonna be on the brown paper. So you can kind of see where it's going. And it would just be that kind of same kind of thing on his whole body here. So yeah, there's my little kiwi. All right, so we're going to move on because we don't have a lot of time. It's already after 11. All right, so I'm going to move this away. Now we're going to have to adjust the lighting, I'm sure. All right, so now, isn't this fun? All right, now I need a lemur. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm looking. I got tons of lemurs. Here's a good one just to use for a reference. It's just the face and the body. I think I'll just do his chest area and all that rather than his whole body, because maybe I'll sketch a couple different ways. Let's see. Let me find a Conti crayon. Do I have one sitting over here? Conti crayon over here. Of course not. Where's my little box? I have a little box with Conti crayons in it. Where did I put it? Hang on, guys. I should have thought this out a little bit. Conti crayons. Speak to me. Where are you? Back over here behind here. Oh, where are you, Conti crayons? Oh, I see where they are. They're up here behind this. Hang on, I got to move a couple things around. I think they're. Hang on, I got to move some super tips. I got to get up here. I'm pretty sure they're in one of these two boxes. I think they're in one of these boxes. So hang on. They shouldn't have to be that far back to get to them, but they were. All right. I think it's in one of these two boxes. I think. There we go. Is this some as well? Yeah, I got two boxes of Conti crayons and sketching stuff. So I got this one. This is the one I was looking for. But I also have a new box here. I'll never run out of Conti crayons. Pencils and sketches. Let me move this white one over here. All right, so let's move this out of the way and get out. Do I want brown? Do I want white? Maybe, I just want to sketch with white since he's going to be black and white. I'll just sketch with the white one. See, this is just, I got pencil, water-soluble pencil lead, some sanding, some charcoal. But this is really, the reason I wanted in this is because I wanted my Conti crayons. So, yeah. That's what we're going to do. Okay. All that for that. All that for this. All right, so let's see. Do I want to draw a couple different let's see. I have a couple other things over here. I don't have a lot of time, so maybe I won't draw the bodies and stuff. Let's just do a face, because I'm going to get out some paint real quick and do. Let's see how fast we can do a lemur. All right, let's see. It would be super nice supplies can answer. Yes, I know, right? All right, let's just see here. All right. This is going to be a quick one because we're going to run out of time before I can really get too much in the paint. And then he has his neck here, and then we'll have a nice big tail coming around here. Nice big fuzzy tail around him. Let's just do his chest and maybe his tail. Something like that. Okay, let's see. All right, time to get out the black and white paint. Maybe I should back out one. I'm a little close. There we go. How's that? All right, let's see what we can just do with some black, white, and a little bit of orange and, a little something, something for the eyes. Let's get out just a drop of orange and sienna for the eyes. There we go. Just need a drop of orange and a sienna. That's a little too brown, I think. Do I want a little bit redder sienna? Oh, well, we'll go with this. Okay, and then black and white. I have to move the camera down because I can't move this anymore because it's already pushed up all the way. All right, we'll do this for a minute. And I thank everybody for being here. Let's get a couple brushes. Let's see, maybe this one. Maybe this one. A smaller one, and maybe even a smaller one still. I just grabbed whatever. All right, let's see what we can start with. Let's start with the black, shall we? I should have wet my brushes too. You should always wet your brushes. We'll see how far I can get in about 30 minutes. Thanks, everybody, for being here. It's all about the base. If you have any questions or anything, I can still probably find them or put it in caps. And this chalk, this Conte crayon will erase. So if you're doing anything with paint and you want to, you don't want chalk marks, that will erase. If y'all haven't been around when we've drawn our giant animals, and they're in my closet, so I can't really pull them out. But we've drawn the giant animals and did like Frankenstein, the mummy. We drew a mummy squirrel, a squirrel wrapped in toilet paper, and for the as a mummy. We did Mimi the alligator. If I can get at them, I'd love to show them to you, but I don't know if I can get them. We'll see. We'll see how much time I have. If I can move the cart, if I can move the cart and get to the inside the closet there, we'll see. Oh, I haven't pulled those animals out in a while, have we, guys? We hadn't pulled those out in a while. All right, I think that's a good start there. All right, let me. Okay. I need a baby wipe. Hang on, keep my hands clean too, and my brush, so I can get off the excess water out of there. Dee Dee, decades ago, when I was camping one time, I didn't know what was, but I saw a lemur in the woods. Oh my gosh. Did it was an escaped one? You mean like in Florida, Tina? I should probably make sure this black paint is dry before I get in here, but you can see I'm just going to start smearing it. Let me just kind of base it in anyway. It's a blob of black paint right there. Had to escaped one, yeah. Okay, so then I'm going to have to dry this. I'll get in there with some paint for as well. I think let me clean my brush. Hang on. Get a smaller brush here. Okay, let me dry this. Hang on. Oh, thanks, Tina. It's fun, you know. I need to get some blue gray out too. Some of it's really thick, so. I can kind of lean to the side and see where there's wet places. All right, let me get my blue gray, some colonial blue. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and do something with the eyes. Everybody does, they don't like to see eyes undone. Let's make sure that's dry. Okay. All right, black pencil. Hang on, I gotta get some pencils. Do my markers and my Marie Trolle stuff. Black, white, and blue. That should probably be all I need. Let me sharpen. Yeah, I thought so. This is the crooked one. It's not centered, so it's probably going to break easy. I had that last week. I picked up the same pencil again. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. If I move in any closer, you won't be able to see. So let's just get his eyes going here. And let's see, a brown, darker brown here. Whoops. I smeared my Posca that I just put down. Didn't let it dry. We'll just go back over it. I'm doing this really quick, guys, in case you couldn't tell. Doing it pretty quick. Let's see, let me get my black. Okay. How's my lighting looking? It's a little flashed. Let's move. Let's adjust the light. There we go. There we go. Now he's shining. Yeah. Who, me? All right, let's see. What do I want to do next? Do I want to go ahead? Let's go ahead and base in his nose area. I should do that with, where's my little brush? I want my little brush rolled out somewhere. I'll just go with the next size up. Okay. Y'all still with the tour? It's a dry brush, and the paint's dry behind it. The white and everything's dry. Well, it should be, you know. And so now I can dry brush the fur. So my brush is not, there's no water in my brush. It's just the paint. So I'm able to dry brush it and make it look fuzzy. I'll hold it up so you can see. Hang on. Thanks everybody that's sticking around. I think you can see that. All right. There's still some wet there. All right. Then I'll do, do the same thing with the white. Okay, now I need a little bit of the blue, maybe a touch of black in there and darken it just a little. Get up underneath of his neck here, because then I'm going to go over the top of that with the white, but it got to have that shadow underneath there. And I'm going fast, guys. There's no denying it. I'm rushing. But I just thought it'd be fun to show you how you can play on craft paper. Okay, let's put a little bit of shadow in the white because I'm going to put over Posca in there. So just a little bit of blue in the. All right. Oh, Devin, thank you. I thought you were out on a Zoom call. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate that. Didi only has one speed as fast. Well, you know, I do go faster when I'm streaming than when I'm not, though, Tina. Thank you, Devin. That's so kind. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the super chats. I really do. I'm trying to hopefully, and we don't get, and again, I'm not telling y'all to go comment, but I'm saying we don't get a lot of comments because we chat so much here, right? But we're almost at 30,000 subbies, guys. Almost. I was telling Jan, she goes, "Oh, you'll get there." That's Jan. She goes, "Oh, you'll get there." I think when I get over 30,000 subbies, I'm going to do a nice big giveaway of something. I don't know what, but we'll do a nice big giveaway when we get to 30,000. We're almost there. I think we're at 29.8. I think we're at 29.8. He looks a little long faced, but we're gonna fix that with the white fur here in a minute. Okay, so I think that's good for a start because the white's really going to make the difference here. Let's just tab in a little bit of black there. Okay, all right, let me clean my brush. All right, now I want to get all the water out of my brush because I want a nice dry brush. Thank you, Tina. So sweet. All right, let's see what we can do here quickly. Well, I say quickly, but I can go to 12 if I need to. Okay, so here we go. Dry brush. Paper's dry. And then what I'll do, I'll do a little bit of Posca just so you can see where we're headed. So we get as much done with the dry brushing of the paint. I'll let this sit a minute, and then I'll show you what we do with the Posca. We get those details. We get the details with the Posca. You could do it with a brush too, but you know, it take you know, I like to get the detail with the Posca. We could have a little spider hanging off of his ear there. Don't get too much down in there. I'll get that with the Posca. Same for up in the top of his head. And you can take a lot of time and do all kinds of little You approve, Keeks? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. I want to just get some fuzz in here because then the rest I'm going to do with Posca, but I'll have to dry. So just have to. This is a little tedious, but you know I'm going to do it. Y'all have to leave, then you know if my mods have to bolt, that's fine. Sometimes at the very end of Janet's, I have to bolt myself. Just getting it fuzzy. Sorry, I quit talking. And I know this probably looks like detail, but when I get to the Posca, oh my gosh, it gives it so much more, even more detail. But you got to have all this on there first. You can't put the details on till you have the base, because you know it's all about the base. Let's put a little bit of a tail next then. Or if nothing else, it could be like an ASMR and y'all can take a appetizer. And when I dry, if there's any little areas where the chalk is around the edge, I can get rid of that too. But let me keep on. I'm determined now. I'm determined to work on him. Okay, let's see. Let me get into my black now. Back into the black. Get a little bit more black fuzz because when I put the white Posca, it's going over the black. But I got to have these fuzzy edges. Got to have the fuzzy edges. Some in my eye. He almost looks like yarn at this point. Soft and cuddly. Yeah, he looks like he's got yarn, right? I'll wake y'all up when I'm done. Okay, a little bit more around the eyes. Okay. All right, let me dry. Could probably just use a little bit of. All right, let's see. I kind of like his little bit of a crooked smile. Put a little bit more pencil in there in a minute. All right, let me clean my brush and dry. Hi, CB. Anybody else coming at Jane? Anybody I might have missed? Oh, I do need a, let's see what this pen will do. Let's see. Maybe. Okay. All right. Maybe. Let's see here. I want a couple thicker whiskers, and then the rest of them I want thinner, like maybe the ballpoint pen. It might be too thin. That's okay. What some nice big whiskers behind the. All right, let's see. Pencils. All right. And Posca. Okay, so the Posca is for the tiny details. Probably won't be able to show it very much. I mean, I don't know if you'll see it much on camera. Maybe if I zoom in one, let's see. No, that's too close. And then I'll want a few extra white, because this is kind of a gray and black and white kind of furry bit up here on his head. There we go, that's better. Do you want me to take a minute and pull the animals out of the closet? I can pull the animals out of the closet, maybe. If y'all want me to. If y'all don't, I won't. Because all right, let's see here. Because I still have more to do around his little face and stuff. I got one yes. Devin said, please. Okay, I can do that. But I want to get just a little bit more done here. Just a little bit. I think his little mouth needs to be a little wider here. There we go. His little nose and mouth needs to be a little more. Put a little shine on his lip. Probably. I don't know that he has too much. There's Hubster. Coming back. I told you I was going to be in and out. I really want to do a little bit of this on the tail. So I won't go around the whole tail because it'll take too long. But let's do a little bit just so you can kind of see. When you add this little bit of extra fuzz, it really makes a difference. But it does take a minute too. See how fuzzy that looks? Devin, what are you going to do today? Since you're still here back from your Zoom, you want to tell everybody what you're going to do today? Devin comes on at 3 Eastern. I'll look here in a second, see what she says. She's still here. Or did y'all catch what she's going to do today? It's going to be something cool on the jelly plate. Oh my gosh, she does so many cool techniques with the jelly plate. I said I wasn't going to go around the whole tail, but now I can't stop myself. All right, I think I should stop. There we go. Yeah, she goes at 3 Eastern. I think, okay, let's see what she says. I think I'm jelly printing and using to decorate a faux vintage trailer birdhouse for my sister's birthday. Oh, that'll be cool. Very cool, Dev. The Devster. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop now. I mean, I can continue to add more little details, but if I'm going to get in the closet and get those animals out, we need to do that. But anyway, that was fun. I'd add more, but at least y'all got to see a little bit, right? All right, let me move this out of the way. Hang on. Because I have to have space. So, Kiwi Man. Lemur Man. We got our kiwi back here. Y'all missed it. We did a quick sketch with ballpoint pen of a kiwi. We didn't finish it, but I didn't expect to. All right, let's see. That little piece, this needs to go back in the box. All right, now let me get over here. Hang on, guys. I think I can get in here without too much maneuvering. Let's to make this one table. All right, just taking a minute so I don't throw my back out. Now, did I put it over here? No. Oh, there's a whole nother portfolio back there. All right, I'm in the closet, peeps. I'm going in. I'm going in. All right, let's see here. I'm just going to grab all the craft paper stuff. So, let's see. Because I know most of all of it's on craft paper. Y'all have to understand I have 5 feet of art in here. Okay, I think I got enough to show you. I didn't pull it all, but let's move a couple of this is not craft paper. That can go back. I think there might be some of the animals in here that we've done on stream. Okay, don't need this wallpaper. All right. Let's see what I got here. Let me back up the camera. All right, so now, hang on. Make a little space. Let me move the heat gun. Unplug that. All right, move the paint. We don't want wet paint. We don't want wet paint on a Marie Trolle. All right. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's see. All right, digging. Let's see what we got. I'm going to look at it off to the side before I show it. Let's see here. All right, let's turn down the brightness again because now we're going into another craft color here. All right. Red Panda. They're just, it's going to be, oh, I did get wet paint. Okay, let me get a baby wipe. Got some wet paint over here. Hang on. Let me get on my new color book here. All right. A little bit right over here. Oh, I know what it is. Not the paint. It's the pot where I did the Posca thing. That's what it is. All right. So maybe I could. Let's see. All right. Should I zoom? I don't know how big these are going to be. Okay. Red Panda. Another red panda. These are all animals that we've done on stream. We've done all these on stream over the years. I need to get up and be okay, Brenda. This one's from 2015. Told you we've done these over the years. But look, this is what I was talking about. Oh my gosh. We did some of these at Halloween one year. And this was a squirrel who wanted to be a mummy for hang on, I'm scrolling to catch up here. Scrolling, getting out of the closet. Hi, Mama Juju. Kathleen, who else am I missing? I said hi to Jane. Okay, bye, Lisa. Let's see. You like the red panda? Okay. And again, these are all just like I just did that sketch, but some of them took a little longer. So here is my squirrel that dressed up as a mummy for Halloween using toilet paper. This one was 2017. Oh my gosh. I have so much fun with these. I really do. All right, there's just a starfish. Some of them are huge, guys, because you got to remember, when I first started doing these, it was just on the roll of paper, on the craft roll, and I just did it all on the roll. And then when I wanted to do something, I just kept rolling. And it got to be so hard to do a stream with that huge, big roll that I started. That's why they're all weird shapes and everything. I cut them all down. All right, let's see here. Oh, here was a sea turtle sketches with the, it's all done with the Conti crayon. And then we painted one of his heads there. So they're all just in different stages, and we would stop and just work on something. I should make a print of the squirrel. Let me pull him out. I had a sticker. I made a sticker out of him, but I guess I could do something with the squirrel. Let's pull that to this. All right, you're gonna have to go out, babe. Go out. Can't come in here right now. Closet's open. That's all I need to do is lock my cat in the closet. All right, let's see. All right, here's a little deer. This one, I poked a hole in it because we put a flower on her somewhere, but we just did little sketches. See, just do little studies. I'll get to the alligator. The alligator's my favorite too, CV. I love the alligator. Mimi, the alligator. So, yeah. She's in here. Oh, this is the one that we poked the holes on. So this one we did at Christmas one year. And there's holes all punched in here. So what I did is I took Christmas lights, Christmas ornament, Christmas lights, tree ornaments, and poked them through. And so it had Christmas ornaments, Christmas lights, real Christmas lights coming through its head, its antlers. So all those holes are from the Christmas lights. I tickle myself. We had some fun with these. Okay, here's a slow Lori. This was in 2015. And just wrote the word out there. So yeah, some slow Lori sketches. Bells like a band, Brenda. I don't remember which ones we did when Denise was here and which ones we didn't do. When she wasn't here. I don't remember. I do so much art, guys. All right, this was a sugar gliders. There's the sugar gliders. So, see, they're just on this craft paper. Uh-oh, we lost the light again. There we go. Sugar gliders beamed us out. I'm going to have to probably keep readjusting the light as we go. Let's see. Oh, this one we did a little saying over it was a Christmas, I don't know, it was a Christmas carol or something. and or something. I don't remember. But anyway, we did some cardinals and some praying mantises one Christmas. All right, here's our blue-toed frog. Okay, there's a story behind this one. So when we did these, I'm sorry, I'm giggling to myself. And we would just pick out the colors and stuff. But anyway, I wanted to put shoes on him, so we no. Hang on, guys. I gotta make sure this door's closed all the way. I know she wants to come in, but there's too many places for her to hide and get lost in here now with the closet. So we did open-toed shoes or frog flops. Oh my gosh. Oh, really? That Tina, your stepbrother, had some sugar gliders? Oh my gosh. Yes, run Malibu. I don't want to take. There's too much that she could get locked in that closet. I'm not taking any chances. And she's a little sneaky one. She can creep up. She's a creeper. So anyway, so there's some blue frogs, and with the open-toed shoes. CB's laughing. She's seen these 100 times. All right, let's see what this one is. Oh, this one was just a giant rooster. This was just a giant rooster. There's the colors we're using. And then standing on top of this chicken here. It's kind of hard to see. This one's, it's huge. It's huge. We did that one. But you can see how it's hard to stream these. I hope y'all are not creeping on the crink. Creeping on the crink. This was just we just did the alphabet in calligraphy one day on craft because it looks so cool on the craft paper, right? And then you can take and you can highlight. You can highlight each letter. See? So this was done with dip pen, with a calligraphy dip pen. Okay. CB, we'll find Mimi in a minute. Okay, this is just one of those creatures that are on the side of a map. There's a name for them. One of y'all can probably think of it, right? I can't think of it. The creatures on cartography on the edge of the map. This was one of those. All right, let's see. There's a whole story behind this one. Back when we were all on Twitter. So this is Pedro. So when we did Pedro, there was somebody on Twitter named Pedro that somehow we accidentally hashtagged him, and we were all talking about this octopus. And every time we would tweet, Pedro would go, "Who are you people? And why are you keep tweeting me?" But anyway, so we named him Pedro after the guy that we kept. And so then we thought his little arms, his little tentacles could be a musical instrument, like a flute. I can't whistle right now. For some reason, I can't whistle right now. But anyway, his arms would be like a flute. So there's Pedro. Named after some random guy on Twitter. All right, this is just some little llama, part of a llama head there. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. And we made stories and made fun with these things, guys. So here is Uhu. We drew a Yoo-hoo, and we made it a rocket. And we're going to put Woody from Toy Story was going to ride on there. It was something to do with prompts. We were prompting. Here's some goldfish made with thumbprints. You just go psh, psh, and you make goldfish or koi fish rather. All right, here's oh my gosh. This we made him have Doc Marten boots, and then he had antennas. He's some kind of a loon. I can't remember. But see, we would write out all the prompts. We'd write out everything. Pink combat rain boots, rubber rain boots. bony knees, pantaloonish. And see, here's another one. I don't remember what this one was either. See this one also. This is the ornithology, the study of birds, ornithology. Well, we made it ornithology, the owl. Anyway, so we played. So the shell, random shell. This was just some quick little. This was some prompt thing too. Here was some thumb printed ladybugs, a lizard eye, more blue frogs. Mimi, you got to be in here. Oh, here's one we did for Christmas. Did a giant rhino. And what we did with pink toenail polish, poked holes in it and this is also one of those where we put Christmas lights behind it. So we did a Christmas rhino with the candy cane horn. Bye, Tina. Oh, my goodness. Let's see here. What's this next one? Oh, here's another. This is another Christmas moose with the holes for the what do you call it? Christmas lights. All right, where's Mimi? Here's a tapir. Hang on, guys. Mimi's got to be in here somewhere. Here's where I showed how you start out just with a base color of paint like this, just craft paint. And then you just keep adding details. He smashed something. He got something up under his claw there. And you just keep adding detail, until you got lots of detail. So it starts out like his foot will look like that, and then you keep adding the detail. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. It's just a dog face. There's using that foam stuff where you heat it up and you smash something. We smashed buttons in it and then stamped out buttons. More calligraphy. This was done with this wide, half-inch wide calligraphy nibs. It's been a while since we looked at these. That's nothing. That's just some paint. This was one of my Yaya Han. I started drawing Yaya Han there. The cosplayer. Let's see here. Here's some more little fairy stars. And did a quick sketch of black and white. Quick self-portrait. Some more bugs. Oh, I'm just trying to find Mimi. Mimi, you better be in here. Some letters, some numbers, some leaves. Oh, guys. Some more showing how to use different techniques. I don't need all these, really. Leaf in the wind. I want some more animals. These are just stamped out. Foam stamp. There's some more calligraphy. Another ideas. Society of Idea Collector. Mimi, come to Mama. There's an initial, some more calligraphy. There's a pumpkin. Good grief. Laughing hyena. There's a unfinished. I think I was going to send this to somebody. This leopard, didn't finish it. Snake. Tentacles. Duck. Hang on, guys. Why do I have this in there? I don't know. See, I kept these. Oh, I was probably going to do something in the middle. There's the start of a seahorse. Mimi, I don't see Mimi. It's a little rubber duck. Where is my Mimi? Oh my gosh, the one thing I wanted to find, and she's not there. Let's look over here. Let me see. Hang on. Where are you, Mimi? Well, we lost Mimi. Well, it's a huge alligator. Hang on. Well, here's some more that. Oh wait! We might have found her. Here's a bunch of stuff I cut out. All right, hang on. Here's some stuff that I cut out of the brown papers because I made stickers out of them. So I had to cut them out of the brown paper so I could make stickers. So I've had stickers of these. This fish. I didn't make a sticker out of him, but there's him. Feathers. There's another little. So these were all on the craft paper, and I cut them out. It's another red panda, an owl. Here's our cardinal with the bunny slippers, but they're fish slippers. A little, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's one of our Halloween ones. We tried to do a prompt with I think it was 3 animals. This one was a bat, a pumpkin, and a turtle. So here's my bat, pumpkin, turtle, vampire turtle for Halloween. Here's an old chihuahua. Here's a porcupine, no, a hedgehog. There's a hedgie. There's another one. Another sea turtle. Oh, okay. Let me tell you the story of this. So we were doing a big study on the big paper of a peacock. So there's the peacock. And so we were doing a study. So there's all different parts of them. And I've cut these out. All right, let me adjust the lighting again. I cut these out of the craft paper, the scroll. Let me get a piece of scroll here. I need this piece. And so we did all different kinds of parts of the peacock. There's this, and then this part, we did a thing there for his head, a feather. And we were running out of time, kind of like we are right now, running out of time. And I said, well, I still haven't drawn his feet. So we drew his foot and said, the peacock did not defeat me. So we got the peacock. And there's some more of the peacock's feathers and stuff. Here's a sea dragon. Here's a pug, a shell. I found Mimi. CB, if you're still here. Okay, so if y'all remember the Drew Carey show, his secretary Mimi, who smoked, had big red lipstick, blue eyeshadow, gaudy jewelry. Raise your hand if you remember Mimi on the Drew Carey show. Well, we turned this alligator, and she always wore big bows in her hair. Big bows in her hair. So we made Mimi Mimi the smoking alligator. With her blue eyeshadow, her big pink bow, lots of pink cheeks. Her cigarette holder, red fingernail polish. She has an alligator bag. So yeah, so there's Mimi. There's Mimi the alligator. I love Mimi. I gotta put Mimi on the top. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Here's another part of the chihuahua. What else? Oh, here is Count Pugula from Halloween one year. Count Pugula. And it's got glitter glitter, red glitter, Count Pugula. We did all these on stream over the years. I love me some Count Pugula. Let's see. Oh, and then here's where we did a Franken giraffe. Franken giraffe. And we gave him Mo of the Three Stooges, Mo Bangs. But he's he's a Franken giraffe. There's a little owl. There's a little something something. There's another fish. There's a chicken. just a random chicken. Just your random conspiracy chicken. Oh, one more here, guys. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this was the ugly sweater contest at Christmas. And again, this has holes all punched in it because we had Christmas lights. So his ugly sweater included Christmas lights all over it. So yeah, there's our Christmas monkey ugly sweater contest holding. They'll see all the lights. The Christmas tree lights came all around him and all through his sweater. So yeah, that's why there's holes. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. So I need to make. I think I'll try to. I'm gonna make a print of him because I know y'all like him. I should make maybe a couple more little spiders on there. I don't know. This one right here. This little spider needs. He needs to be hanging off of something here. There we go. Oh, he has a tattoo on his tail. That's supposed to be a tattoo on his tail. I'm not going to fix him up anymore and mess with them. I'm just going to kind of leave him like that. But I'll make some prints of him. So, all right, guys, I think that's my craft scroll. And I hope y'all. Thanks for all those that hung around to the end. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks, Dot. Thanks, everybody. All right, so I'm going to head out. Don't forget, Devin comes on at 3, almost 3 hours. So make sure y'all catch Devin at 3 Eastern. And I appreciate y'all being here. I hope y'all had fun doing a little coloring and a little sketching and a little what. So, thanks, Carol. Thank you, CV. I appreciate that. All right, guys, y'all have a blessed rest of your day, and see you later.